Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
And we're here to play more Fateforge. Welcome everybody. Hello, welcome to the live stream. This is episode 2. If you're looking for episode 1, check the video description down below. I've included a playlist link that will include past and future episodes for this series if you're looking for them. I recommend watching episode 1 before 2, where we explain the game, get set up, start our campaign, all that. But here in episode 2, we're actually going to reset up our campaign, sort of. We got an email from the designer of the game who told us there was an app update literally the day before we played. And I didn't have the app update when we played because I downloaded the app when we played like earlier in the week. And I guess it didn't automatically update before we played. So I was told there's an update. I'm going to go over the update today. What's different in the app, how the setup is different for 2 players. And we've even been given the steps to retcon what we did for setup and how to fix it for our playthrough going forward. And they've added other modes and things too, and we'll talk about that. And yeah, welcome. Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Greg, Matt, what up? All right. Oh yeah, thank you to these folks for supporting the channel. Much appreciated. Thanks for clicking the join button or being a patron. Much appreciated. All right. If you're new here and you've never watched it, we play a campaign game. We go as far as we go until we feel like stopping for any sort of reason. We're having fun. We're going to keep playing. But we do like to, as we play, kind of keep things updated with, like, especially these app-driven games, like with patches and how it progresses and how our thoughts progress and our feelings towards the game. Also, super important. No, just kind of fun and silly. But we like to check out how the game is doing in its rank overall, usually when a game is new, okay? Because this game is a 2024 release, came out this year. And we kind of just see how it's doing, if I remember, to do this at the start of an episode, just for fun while we're playing every few days or every few weeks, we keep going. It's fun to see it like go up or down. In this case, the last number I have here, and George in the community, as YouTube. See, there's a problem on comments. I know this is George because I recognize the thumbnail, but YouTube's done this thing, so I'm sorry. Anybody I've been chatting with in the comments, and I've just been giving you like a, maybe I don't get your joke, or like I'm responding too serious. It's because I have no idea who you are when you're in the chat versus the comments. It kills me. So YouTube, when I read comments, shows me your at YouTube. But when you're in the chat, I see what your like username is, your account name. I don't know what they're doing over at Google. They just like change stuff to change stuff just so people can stay employed, I guess. They're like, what do you want to change this month to make our job mean something? Oh, let's just change this. Why not? It makes things better. Sure it does. So anyways, the lib gamer, aka George, BGG rank on the date of last episode was 4,984. Okay, just for fun. We won't go this deep every time, but George keeps track of it in the description. So if you're watching this, if you're watching future episodes, sometimes he'll have a whole tally. You can go back and see how it's evolved as we played it for like a new game. And then you can compare it to some of the other campaigns we played and see how those progressed over play and see like, you know, whatever. It's just silliness with these numbers that don't really mean anything. So now it's 4945. Which it was, what did I say, 4984. Okay, so it's gone up like, what, 39 spots or something? 40 spots? I don't know. There you go. Useless information, but it's fun. It's fun to do while you play something live, like, you know, go through it as it's released and how it's doing. But more importantly, let's go here. Okay, so I have the email here. There's some points in here. So the update to the app released on Friday. We played on Saturday. I should have like went in and like checked for an update. I do it when we play other app-driven games, the Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, Mansion of Madness. Funny seeing those get patched like 5 years after they came out or after the game stopped releasing stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I do it for fun. But that game, I like downloaded it like Monday. And I guess it just didn't get the update right away, but I went in and forced it today. But they said they released a big patch to address some of the issues raised by the community. I recommend you update the app to the new version for these changes to take effect. There are a number of behind-the-scenes changes and 3 major ones an upgrade to the 2-player and solo modes, the introduction of an easy mode, the ability to scroll back in your story and reread any sections you like, along with seeing the choices you made. So one thing I did notice, I don't know if it's off stream or on stream I noticed, but in all those other games, like you skip ahead, then you want to just like read back, like, what did they say to us again at the beginning, or what was that description? And in the FFG ones, you could just go in and like read the chapters. They don't always work though. As we've seen on stream before, we go and that feature's broken. But yeah, it's nice to be there sometimes, especially when you're playing it live on stream. It's 3 hours have passed and you're like, wait, how many clues did they say we're looking for? What was that thing again they said at the beginning? And you can quickly just go back. Especially if you stop your playthrough and you're playing.
Like mid-session?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, something happened, I gotta go. And then you come back 3 days later to play it and continue, and you're like, oh, what was going on again? It's nice when you go back and look stuff up. But it's just a nice to have. It's not necessary. Let's see here. Says changes will be there when you update. Shouldn't affect our save.
Shouldn't?
If it does, we're going to play the game of let's click through again and try to make the same decisions we made before so we can catch up to where we are. Hopefully it's not broken. And then he says here, also, Gordon, thank you so much for sending this if you're watching. And thanks for watching the last episode too, by the way. I appreciate it. Let's see here. So the one change will will not be there if you already started the campaign, affects solo and 2-player games. This is because there are additional skills and items given to the heroes at the start of the campaign. So it must be maybe the community found it's a little harder when you're playing 2-player solo, maybe, even though there's a solo mode that supposedly makes the game harder. I don't know, but anyways, it says there are additional skills and items given to the heroes at the start of the campaign. You can add these quite easily before the next session, and it includes a screenshot, the list of items. But I have another way to do it. We'll do it in the app in a sec. We'll just start a new campaign, click a few screens, and it'll give us that prompt. I already did it to see it. Easy mode was added for players who are playing with non-gamer friends or partners or kids who want to have an easier time with the game. What it does, he says, it changes the recovery after each combat by giving more health and or energy. It can be toggled on and off in the settings menu. I've already seen it. Hope this helps. And then also mention, and it's funny, the food thing, when I was being silly when we were talking about the food, about splitting the health and energy when you eat a food. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to do that, but I was confusing it with the whole buying health, and you can split the 2 health you buy per gold to any hero. So I was like, for some reason, I thought that applied to food in my mind. I was like, anytime you get something, you can split it. But I was just, that was me just brain farting. But yeah, food is consumed by one person. You cannot split the health and energy. So this is how I know Gordon watched. And then no mechanical reason why not, but functionally, it's a bit weird to try to make the rules gel with the fiction where possible. Yeah. Don't split food. That makes sense. But technically,
you can.
A food token could be a meal.
Yeah.
It could be
a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Or a drumstick of a chicken. Or
like
I take a bite, you take a bite,
Yeah.
My bite contains energy-enriching nutrients. Yours takes health-enriching nutrients. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
dark meat and white meat, I don't know.
You can share a sandwich or split a bowl of soup, exactly.
Yeah. But it's not a big deal. It's just funny that was, probably as a designer of a game, when someone's like, why doesn't this work that way? And you're like, oh, damn it, I have my reasons. Why did they want everything to be this way or that way? And no one's ever happy. But I was just joking. I was just like, I got it mixed up in the rule book. That was my bad. But I don't care either way. It's just funny. And I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this stuff, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gordon, I'm sorry. You didn't say, so I said I was going to share that information with my stream. And it's probably already marketed already for those who are following on crowdfunding. But he says he's currently working. If I have any other rules questions, or if we notice anything during our play, let him know. Because he is working on a 2nd edition rulebook. They are working on another campaign or another crowdfunding campaign coming up in February. I think you mentioned that.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So the 2nd edition rule book, and they're prepping an FAQ for the app that they're going to update. So if we have any questions during our playthrough, we can let them know, or if Gordon sees it, and then maybe integrate them into the FAQ in the app or the 2nd edition rule book and all that stuff. So yeah, that's good stuff. He cares, and I love it. And then the other one is the upcoming crowdfunding campaign in February involves adding pet companions. Smiley face. I don't know. I'm a little... Depends. Sometimes I like that stuff, sometimes I don't. It depends on the game. I think this game would be fine, but some super complex games already having trouble grasping the standard rules for line of sight, combat, and all that. And then they're like, here's another page and a half on how to learn how to use a pet, you know? And you're like, I don't want to play with the character that has a pet. I don't need more rules to keep track of.
I mean, if the pet can just, like, with this game, like, it's pretty simple. Like, if they can just, like, move and attack and you control all of it, then I'm fine with something like that.
Yeah. But it's fine. But that's cool. That's just a little tease. But yeah, that's it. So we will look at the app.
I also forgot to read that comment that you said, so I can, like, quickly double check.
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot.
Yeah, so someone left a comment. Oh, yeah, probably can... So someone left a comment and then was like, don't read the rest. Is a spoiler. Have Mel read it first to whether or not you want to know. It was some tips to help the playthrough or something. I didn't read it.
I'm going to read it right now.
I was like, Mel, it's up to you. If you want to read it, go read it. And then you can filter it. But I was like, Mel's playing too, so what would it matter if she read it or I read it? But I guess because I'm narrating, maybe. Someone left a nice comment, though. This is one of the best games of recent times. Truly a hidden gem. I'm feeling that way, but again, we're only like 2 combats in. We've like just got out of the tutorial, basically. Played one scenario. I'm not going to judge a game like that. But yeah. I'll wait, but I believe you. I'm pretty sure. Oh.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Number one, there's points. Number 1 is not spoilery, I would say.
It's from @DoTheyGame. I don't know who that really is, but
yeah, point number 1 is good. Number 2 is okay.
Looks like this. Hi, Rob and Mel. Thanks for this video. Nice playthrough. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. I've played through the campaign and wanted to give you a few important tips to have a more enjoyable playthrough. But see, we have a new app update, so like maybe some of the complaints have been fixed in the 2-player playthrough. So that's why I'm worried. Like, I don't know. This might be viewed as a little spoilery, but I think it's important if you want a good series going forward, and would defiantly have wished I had known this in advance before my first playthrough. Again, a little spoilery, which usually a little spoilery I don't care because way too much stuff goes in my... I forget stuff so easily. It's fine.
No, you can go ahead.
I can read it?
Yeah.
It's not going to ruin anyone watching?
No.
For sure?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, you can read it slowly and see, but I do not think. So you definitely can read number 1.
So maybe Mel can read first and decide if this is important? Okay. I was worried it's like major player spoilers, like if you don't take this skill, you're going to lose to the boss at the end. And
yeah, Yogi's saying too. Yogi, double check, doesn't think there's...
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I think you're fine.
Okay. I gave it to Mel as homework this morning. I'm like, Mel, at some point today, can you just read through this quickly and find out if it's like something serious that's going to break things? Like, I need to know. And then I'm also an email with the designer, so it's like, I could easily, like, if it's something serious, let him know, and they fix it before we get to it.
No.
Yeah, that'd be good. But, so maybe Mel can read first. Okay, spoilery. For better gameplay. Playing through the game the first time, we got completely butchered. Noob. I'm just kidding. We tried to get as many gems and chests as possible. That's right. That's what I like to hear. Trying to win all combat scenes. No, you're not supposed to win all combat scenes. I mentioned that last stream. That's in the rulebook.
Well, I think, yeah,
this game is fail forward. If you first starting to lose, the snowball of losing will keep rolling and getting bigger. You are also not expected to win all combat scenes. This I totally understand based on the rulebook has stuff in there explaining you might want to prioritize this over this. Maybe not the objectives. It's your call. You decide what you want to do. We'll change how the game goes forward, what choices you have and stuff. When playing, except not all gems and chests can be grabbed. Not all scenarios can be won. Priority is key here. Priority to have health left for important fights.
And see, we don't consider that a spoiler because we know that that's how this game is
100%.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I read in the rulebook. Included in our rulebook, at least. I don't know. We got our version at Gen Con. I don't know if it's like different than the crowdfunding version people got originally, where maybe it didn't say that in the first run, but it was clear in the rules. Like I always read those kind of little nudges and hints, especially for a campaign game, to know what the gameplay is deciding. And there's like literal big white highlighted boxes of like, health is important. Like you may want to grab health potions and food over completing objectives. And we noticed that last time. They show each chapter and then they show the boss one. Mm-hmm. So you might want to, like, the chapter before be like, well, maybe it's not that important to do this. Like, let's make sure we have a lot of health and energy. Like, I don't know. But, like, can you still, like, I guess, failing, you could fail a scenario by just avoiding hits and stuff, collecting food and potions to, like, really,
thank 'em?
Yeah, really, like, prepare for the final battle is, like, literally just survive the 4 rounds or whatever in the scenario before a boss fight and then, like, you know, do that. But yeah, that's kind of cool. But again, not looking at anything else, but this campaign is not that long in respect to all campaigns we've ever played, even ones we haven't played that are out there. This one is like a 30-ish hour kind of 3 acts, like, you know, so only our one has like 5-ish chapters, looks like combat chapters, and you saw those take like an hour each. Like, it's not going to be that long, so it is meant to be replayable. The first time through, you're learning stuff, they're unlocking stuff, you're experiencing the map, you're finding out items, you're meeting the bad guys for the first time, you're trying out your character. It is meant to literally replay again and again, and you'll obviously know all the rules that were hidden from you the first time you played, and they slowly got revealed. You'll know them all right from the start. You'll know all the locations on the map. It's totally fine. But then you'll kind of know the second time through, if you're going to do it that way, what to prioritize, what you want to do, maybe choices you want to make that are different. I totally expect that when we play through. But the snowballing thing does scare me a bit, because some games do that, where the fail forward doesn't give you a handout. But supposedly this game does, based on you entering your health, entering what chests and loot you got. It will kind of up the difficulty or lower the difficulty, is my understanding. But who knows?
I do foresee, though, how it's hard to not mentally want to grab everything you see there, right? Like, that's hard. And you have to, like, determine, okay, this is not the scenario for that.
It kind of puts in the same thing where we've done this before, is like that whole, like Gloomhaven has that kind of decision point, and so did Madara. Where you choice to do those like extra achievements, or in Gloomhaven go for the chest in a scenario and fail it on purpose just to get the chest. Then the next time you play through, focus on the main objective and ignore the chest because the chest is gone. You know, but it sucks to replay scenarios sometimes like that, especially when they're not fun. But we've been in those situations where you stop and you're kind of like, all right, we have 1 round left, like, let's just go grab the loot, or let's go get that thing. We've done that in many campaign games before, especially dungeon crawlers. Some games are designed that way, which is cool. So I was looking forward to that. That's like a cool thing. But yeah, the snowball effect of losing, I'm a little worried. But again, the 2-player mode's been updated in the app, maybe based on some feedback like this from previous plays. So we benefit from not playing it like right away, you know, after a few updates. That's what the nice thing about not being first. You get to play the better version usually. Some skills are way more beneficial than others. I highly suggest looking at them before your gameplay and decide on a strategy together. That's what we do here at Rob's Gaming Table. This is literally what drives me to play cooperative games. And anyone who watches this channel, you already know this. Number 2, it's like, hell yeah, of course. But I do appreciate the tips. I do. But yes, this is like, yeah, okay.
But this is from someone who got
spanked
the first time
yeah.
around. So this is their advice, which is great.
Yep. This person had the experience like we do, playing like an Arkham Horror LCG campaign blind. This is how I would sound telling someone else, if you're going to play that, here's some tips. You know, this is how I get after those games. So I understand that point of view. Okay, so it is never worth playing another combat round. The corruption cards can be brutal. I read some of them. I read like 3 of them the other day and was like, okay, yep, we're going to avoid these. Obviously, if you get knocked out, you're going to get one. But I don't want to get one just because I need to take another round. Especially when there's fail forward as an option. But yeah, especially if you start to get more of them. Yeah, because I assume when one piles on, it makes it difficult for you. More likely you're gonna get another one and another one, and then it maxes out at like 4 or something. But then like bad stuff happens after that, I think.
I think it's 4 by choice, but you could still force get them more than 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, you can't continue the combat round if you already have 4
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, like you can't choose to take another one.
Obviously, I didn't care that much when I read that because I'm like, that'll never happen to us. Playing 2 players, we experienced this. It is also never with resurrecting the other player if KO'd. Oh, okay, okay. Take the loss and go forward with the story. That is a good tip. Okay, good to know. Hope you can use the tips, and we'll have a good, fun playthrough for the rest of the series. I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, that's important. It's good stuff. Good stuff. If you've played this and want to add to this, go to the last episode in the playlist in the video description. Feel free to reply to this, add tips to it, because this not only helps us, this might help someone else playing this like next year, 2 years, 3 years from now. I love when other people can learn from what we learn and the mistakes we make and what other people put in the comments. And I love the way you put the little spoilery kind of like warning, so anyone reading wouldn't expand it if they didn't want to. So this is the kind of stuff I love, not just for helping us, but like helping others. It's great, like because not everyone looks at games the same way we do and approaches them the same way. Everyone has different backgrounds, playing different games, video games, different analytical minds, play styles. You know, some people is like playing the character with a bow and arrow. You know, even though it's maybe not the best, you know, they just do it and then complain about the game later when it's not as strong. But yeah, that's me. But anyway, all right. So perfect, we got it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the app and we're gonna do that little, this is what we would normally would have done if I updated the app on Friday. We played on Saturday, which will look different from any other campaign you've ever seen and played, unless you literally just started a campaign this last weekend, like we did. And you updated your app or downloaded it that day. So if you have the app, update it, but it won't do this if you're in the middle of a campaign. That's only when you start a new campaign. So I'm gonna click new campaign. I'm gonna overwrite the one I was thinking around with earlier. I will overwrite it. So I'll just show you the setup steps. He gave me a screenshot in the email, but like we can find it in here. I don't have the expansions. Forest Guard, let's say we're playing with Nobleman. Start campaign. So it knows we're playing 2-player, and they've added in some extra stuff here. This step right here. Take the following cards from the unlock box. So we need 143, 144, and 169. So this is different than the setup we went through, which last Thursday and before was the setup we did. But yeah.
43, 44.
So we have the Jadestone Bracers, 4 costs armor clothing item. So and you'll also gain the resilience trait.
Oh.
Card 221.
I guess.
Is that one of the ones they give us?
No. I guess we could look at that, right? If you wanted to.
Yeah,
take
I would assume you grab that. It's part of it, yeah. Yep. You equip them to your heroes as you like, but it's recommended to give one hero the Blessed Pendant and the Jadestone Bracers, and then give the Blessed Curboli to the other player. I'm not saying that right, I know. So this is giving us a resilience trait. I thought this is what traits would be like, which is funny because I saw like this is here and there's nothing you store above. They say you can put your skills like there, I think, but yeah, I figured they would do that because they said you can earn other ones.
Oh, that makes
where
sense.
you can just gain them there, which is, that's clean. I like that. So really a full card just for like the top. And the art, you're not even going to see it, but of course it's cool. Resilience. This is Mel going to work 11 months of the year here in Canada. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Jadestone Bracers. So you get 1 armor. How armor works in this game for players. I'm going to explain stuff we haven't seen yet. And I know in the first episode we didn't see what a skill check was yet.
No.
They're slowly going to add stuff to the game, and we're going to experience those things. So it's fun. That's like some of the stuff I read about already and thought we were going to play with in the first episode. We haven't even got there yet, so we haven't experienced the full game yet. So gaining extra traits are now happening. Armor is now happening. That would have happened first episode if we knew. Jadestone Bracers, gain the resilience trait. Okay, that's one. The other one is the Blessed Cure Boily. You may reroll all non-weapon combat dice once per combat scene.
Oh, that's good.
And it gives you 1 armor. Oh yeah, and how armor works, sorry, you put a black cube on it. When you take damage, I think you have the choice, that I'm not sure yet, if you have the choice, but you'll remove that black cube. So enemies get the black cubes, we've seen that already, where we attack the enemy, they lose the black cubes, mandatory, they're gone, they don't come back. We break them away. 1 time, done. Players though, the black cube goes on here. When you lose the black cube and it's done the blocking of 1 damage, it stays that way until you like repair it in a rest scene. And it stays, even if you trade it with another player, it doesn't refresh itself. If you put it in the party bag and then take it back, it doesn't refresh itself. So it's like 1 damage prevention basically from 1 rest scene, maybe through 2 or 3 combats to the next rest scene. So it's like, not the most amazing thing, but it just shows you how like 1 piece of health is like so important.
That's just enemies. Just looking for.
I think it's at the beginning it talks about like items and.
Yeah, I went backwards.
Armor. The number of armor icon indicates how much damage the item can negate before becoming depleted. When you gain an item card bearing the armor icon, place the indicated number of black cubes on it. Whenever you would suffer damage during the combat scene, you can choose to remove a black cube from the armor to negate that damage. Instead, black cubes replenish at the end of the rest scene. End of a rest scene. So not the recovery phase or anything like that. It's a rest scene, like a full separate scene. I picture it as like kind of like visiting town. We haven't got to one yet, but that's why I picture it, like kind of idea. When you have time to have your armor repaired. Oh yeah, you don't have time when you're like venturing from combat to combat. Moving an item card. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of how armor works. And then the other one is a blessed pendant. You may reroll a miss once per combat scene.
Sorry, I missed how these work. We can choose
two
and
yeah, it does,
one or one.
No, it recommends, because this is going to show up in 2-player, that you give one hero the Blessed Pendant and the Jadestone Bracers. Again, you know why? It's because we only have 1 slot for clothing and the others for trinkets. So like, why would you give both the clothing to a player? Yeah. They want them to both be active right away, kind of idea. Okay, so based on that.
Oh, I get it, because the pendant rerolls and so does the blessed thing rerolls. So you're giving a reroll to both players, kind of.
Well, and an item they both can wear, right? So you wouldn't want to give.
No, I know, but it didn't put these 2 together because they both have a reroll on it. Put these 2 together.
Maybe the cost too. That's 6 cost for the items. This is 5. Okay, so what do you got? You already have a weapon. I don't think it changes anything. Okay. Once per combat scene. So just we'll turn them face down, I guess, when you use that. And then we black cubes for our armor. Should be there somewhere.
How many do you need? 1?
Just 1. Okay. I think that's good. All right. And then I don't know if in the app it doesn't say here to take a 3-cost skill, but I bet it happens later. But he did say in the email that we should each start with one of our 3-cost skills, which I've already separated out here. The ones for my character. Oh yeah, time for the cough candy. All right. So I have quick shot, Oh yeah, another cool thing I did not get to show yet in the game, but was very cool when I read the rules. The whole idea of creating combos. So when you take a face of a die and you use some ability like this, and let's say I change a shot symbol to a hit symbol, or a range attack to a melee attack, if I have another item, like let's say this was on a separate card, that maybe that symbol is different, I could have the output of one ability be the input of another ability. So if I had something that, let's say, I had some ability that turned an arrow into a focus, I could then use that focus combined with something else to do this ability. So you can create combos amongst your skills. Obviously, when you only start with 2, they don't really work together like that. But eventually you can start building that. So my 3-cost ones are quick shot, where I was rolling some melees and I was kind of wishing I had arrows based on situations, but we made it work. But sometimes you really need something, like maybe I need 2 arrows to break some armor so then you can get in and do some killing, or we lose kind of idea. So flexibility, I'm all about it. Inspire. Oh yeah, and this just means 1 time per combat turn. So once on your turn, there are ones that are 1 time per combat scene that you'll flip over, and then there's passive ones. But this is also 1 time use. This is Inspire. And pay attention, I'll put a poll in the chat here, and you guys can vote. Unless something is like, feel free to vote whichever one you like, but I'll go through them here. And then if there's one that's like super obvious, we'll just go with it, but we'll see. So, Inspire is if you're in a zone with at least 1 other hero, you and another hero recover an energy. So if I spend a focus plus any result. I don't know in this game. So far, we have been kind of close together. But usually when we're playing 2-player in a up to 4-player game, some of these ones that need another hero in your space, and they have like objectives where we have to split off a lot, I ignore these usually. These usually I look at as like this is probably stronger in a 3 or 4-player game. But in this game, the maps don't seem too huge. We're kind of going together on the same objective, but we only had 2 scenarios to judge. So who knows?
It's also, do you want to waste 2 dice for a heal, or do you want to be
an energy, not a heal, an energy.
Or an energy, sorry, an energy.
But that energy could be another move later, could be, what, I don't know, something to re-roll my misses on a big turn where I miss a whole bunch and I don't have any energy left. Who knows? Power draw. This will convert a regular range shot to a skill shot, which this would work with this other skill I have. So I could turn a regular arrow into a super arrow, and then put that super arrow to turn it into a regular with extra range. There's my first like little combo right there, really. Working with my base skill. And then the last one out of my 3-cost ones, and they go up to cost 6 in our level 1s, and they'll show you on the back, they're just level 1s. They're from our deck box. So there are level 2s in the game. We haven't unlocked yet. This one, I'm all about dice mitigation that you don't have to re-roll, because re-rolling sucks. This will actually just turn a miss to a focus, which could then combo with one of these ones like my Intimidate I already have to make this more possible. Or in the future, if I were to take Inspire in the future, it would make that more common to work by turning misses into focuses. Not to mention what other abilities there are. And this is only 4 out of like 12 or something that were in the box that all cost more. That hopefully we'll get to buy later when we visit town or whatever. So here they are. Feel free to vote. So again, they're quick shot. This is the being flexible. If I roll some attack and I want it to be melee or range, I can kind of use it once. So I can turn 1 result per turn, not 2. It's an or, and it's only once per combat scene by this little symbol up here. So, I don't know why you would use it on the same turn, like to swap 2, you know what I mean. But I can't change like multiple dice face is what I'm saying. And then Inspire, Focus, and Power Draw. Okay, feel free to vote in the live poll in the chat. I don't know if I can just throw them up there as a reminder, and then I'll close the poll in a sec. So yeah, oh yeah, and then my other 2 skills are here. These are the ones I already have for those that don't remember from last time, if that helps. This is the one that a focus and any other face, not a miss. The question mark cannot be a miss. I can move a minion from my zone to an adjacent zone, which means I can shoot at it range, or one of those ones that locks us in the space. I can push them out and then keep moving kind of thing. And then this one is just that turns my like skill shot into a +1 range. So I can shoot 2 spaces away with one of my shots.
Obviously, without saying, do you have a preference on what you would have chosen?
Well, I might still choose my preference. I'm just asking in the chat if it's like, I feel like I probably would go quick shot or focus. Now, rolling misses, yes, I can spend an energy to roll out of misses, but like that gets expensive, and then I stopped doing it. Last episode, I knew I had multiple like single miss turns where I was like, I'm not going to waste energy. I can't waste energy on that one. We only get 1 energy back at the end of the turn. I don't know how many more fights we have before we go. I mean, I think it's 1 more before we get to do our first rest scene that we're about to do here.
I think so.
But those 1 little misses, that's like the focus is like a super efficiency. You're going to get misses, turn them into something, even if that something maybe can't even be used. So this turns this into focuses, and yeah, I might not do this that much. I might not even have a minion in my space. So maybe it doesn't get used that often, which is why I'd probably go for this. Because if this was a miss into some kind of attack, but I'm sure that costs a lot more to do that in this game, I'd be all about it. Or if I had some other skill that was like turn them into a hit or something. So because of what I've seen so far out of these 2 cards, this isn't blowing my mind. But turning misses into something is better. But this, how we've seen, we're prioritizing a certain enemy in a certain position, and then I roll all swords, and it's like, oh, sorry, I can't range attack that one guy over there. Whoops. But if I had this, it would make my attacks more flexible. And we maybe, again, since you need to concentrate attack on a single enemy usually, otherwise the health regens at the end of every round, means this kind of skill to allow me to focus more damage on the same target. If I roll 1 sword and 1 arrow, I can make sure that it's 2 swords or 2 arrows instead. I think this is like really the play, but I could go with this one too. But yeah. All right, let's end the poll. What are the level 2 skills? I'm not getting out the level 2. They're in the locked box, Yogi. That would be looking at spoilers. We haven't earned the right to look at those, but what we can look at is all of the other 1 skill cards that are in our deck box if you want to see some of them. I know I just closed the poll, so too late, but there is a quick draw. Here you go.
There you go.
See?
That works with that.
Focus works amazing, and that's what I thought. If I can find some way to use this focus on a different... But again, we're looking at the 3 costs. All this stuff is 3 costs, man. It's like the lowest power level, right? So when you start looking at the next power level up, here's where the combos start making sense, right? But we don't have access to these yet. But this is something we need to save gold for. I was going to leave this so we actually got to the point to buy, but it does make sense now that we're making choices on skills, because we didn't have the choice on our starter skills. They just give them to you, right?
Yeah.
Suppressing fire. This can confuse or stun. That's stun, right?
Yeah.
Stun 1 minion in adjacent zone. That means when you stun that minion, if you've done it before reactions, I don't think they go in reaction or on their turn at the end. So you kind of like nerf 1 minion, but the problem is if they are reacting and that minion type comes up, that one is stunned, but it will just move on to the next one to act, but it hopefully is one further away that like it's not going to bother you. But yeah, that's cool. Commanding presence. During preparation, if you're the last player in order for this combat round, other heroes in your zone do not suffer damage when dashing. You still suffer damage normally when dashing. So if I go last, which I am the more fragile archetype of character, right? The range guy stays out of harm, shoots from a distance, moves around quickly. That means if I go last like I should, so I get attacked less, because I would not be the tanky kind of character. Other heroes in your zone don't suffer damage while dashing. That's interesting.
I already have a card that lets me not suffer damage when dashing,
Yeah,
so I don't know that that's
I
what I need
know.
to spend.
But again, we could be playing with different characters. We could have expansions. We could play in 3-player, 4-player. All this stuff you look at differently based on your party composition, right? And you know they have a place, but it's like, is that place in our party? I don't know. Rallying Cry. So this is a passive one. You see that here, the little symbol there. You and any heroes that start their turn in your zone gain, turn any die not a miss into a movement phase once per hero. Okay. Evasive action. Once per combat round, when an enemy enters your zone, you may immediately move to an adjacent zone, ignoring that enemy's abilities and attacks until the next time it activates. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's pretty awesome. So I picture these ones where like trying to rush somewhere. Enemy moves in my zone. I move further in the scenario, you know? Yeah, I might be going closer to enemies and the boss and stuff, but headshot. Okay, so this turns a super arrow into a regular arrow plus 1 damage. So basically a 2 damage, 1 range attack. Through the eye. Where's the one that's to the knee? Defeat a stunned minion in an adjacent zone. Okay, so obviously you want to be playing with someone who's stunning enemies, or I'm stunning them. So this obviously goes up in power when stun is more prevalent in the party. Rapid fire. Okay, here's where focus goes good. So if I'm turning misses into focuses, and I have this 6-cost rapid fire, and somehow I have 2 focuses plus a super hit, equals 4 separate hits. This is like those abilities in like push your luck games where it's like you go for the big flashy effects, or those like people in CCGs and stuff that build those combo decks where it's like, I have these 4 cards in my 60 card deck that when they all come out together by turn 4, I like automatically win the game. Well, Rob, how often do you find that happen in tournaments? Never. It happened one time when I was practicing, but it's gonna hit. One of these days I'm gonna win the world championship. It's gonna happen one day and I'm gonna win. It's gonna be great. So I don't know about this, but if you have other stuff that's changing results, this is pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. It makes sure that you're like always offensive, even if you roll like not offensively. It costs 6 though. But yeah. So that's what I have in my level 1 stats. That's where my character is kind of heading. And that's cool to kind of see that. Oh yeah, this is me, right?
Yep.
Resilience. Okay. So the poll, 66% voted focus, 33% voted quick shot. The other 2 didn't get any votes. Okay. So, Mel, out of these 2, and what we just saw, here's what I'll do. Let me just put another poll in quickly for a minute.
Oh, after they've seen the cards?
Yeah. After we just looked through all that and we've seen our starter skills, we don't have to do this with yours. If you're...
Mine is easier because I only have 2 3-cost cards.
Oh.
So I only have a 50-50. It won't be such a big...
Yeah, but we don't have to go through all your other ones.
One of them I'm not even going to select. So I think it's like only one.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be fun to do this with the chat, just to show, to highlight the options in the game, which is neat. It's too bad we didn't update on Friday and know. Could have done this right at the beginning, but it's fine. It's nice to have some experience first, though. But yeah, go ahead and vote. Quick shot versus focus now that you've seen all the other cards. And again, we'll get this chance again when we get to our first rest scene. I'm assuming there'll be a point where we can spend gold. We have a bunch already. So maybe if we don't need it for health too much, we can maybe each buy another skill. Or one of us can get like a good skill that combos. If that makes sense. Matthew says, I still think the focus and preparation to the 4 gold quick shot is the play.
I mean, it might be. It's like you're like buying cards in order to get to a combo later.
Yeah.
So it may not do anything this scenario.
It's like the
but
way
even so,
it's
it
like
may.
when Yogi builds us those the one shot decks for Arkham, and he's like figures out all, or the no, not for the one shot, the campaign where Kate and Yogi will come up with the decks, the amazing deck at the end, but then work their way, taking the experience down back to the start.
Yeah.
And then have like kind of an upgrade path in mind, you know? It's like that's how Yogi works, and I can tell that's why he's asking to see the other cards.
It also just means that Rob will get the chess because he'll have that focus that he can use to get the chess. He can turn any die into the focus.
All right, let's close the poll. Thank you for voting. 85% want focus. All right, focus it is. I guess it went up in value, but seeing those other cards. Okay, those are going back in the box. Hopefully we'll get a choice for some more of those soon. Okay.
Mine, I only have 2 options for 3s. All the rest of mine are 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Okay, perfect.
So I only have 2 options.
Don't tell us.
No,
Let's look at them first.
Yeah, I won't.
Aimed blow.
I won't say anything.
Once per turn. You can turn a regular hit into a super hit. Oh yeah, let's look at your base ones.
My base ones are just text. Like, they don't really do much.
Well, they do
They
amazing
do, but
stuff.
I don't know that they
don't suffer
affect...
damage for dashing out of zone with enemies if you're in arrow stance.
Yeah.
And then if you're in low guard stance, once per combat round, if you block any damage from an enemy in your zone, deal 1 damage to that enemy. Okay, good to know. Okay, aimed blow, turn a regular hit into a skill hit. And compound attack, turn a skilled hit into a regular hit plus a block token. Mm-hmm. And the block token works with your other one to block. And again, the block tokens are only temporary for the rest of the round, but I mean, we get hit. Hits happen. Saving health is a thing. I'm sure this is the one you're like, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is the one I'm like, yes. However, the only reason I would think of the other way is if we're using the same logic from Rob's deck and working backwards, I can turn 1 hit into 2 hits.
You turn a hit into a skill hit, and then turn that skill hit into 2 hits.
So it nets me 1 hit.
This is how babies are made, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's how that works?
Exactly. So that's my only argument. If we're working backwards to taking this one, it will do absolutely nothing for me until I buy this card. Because right now I don't have anything that these super hits do. So...
now, here's the problem. If the game is challenging and it's hard to keep gold and you have to spend gold on health because we are having trouble, that means we're never buying skills. So if you buy a skill that doesn't do anything now, and, and the game is expecting you to have a skill and is balanced accordingly, and that skill is doing nothing, you are now have a harder game, which is going to make it harder to keep your gold, because gold is what you need to spend on health unless you can find potions. Then when you get to buy skills, you don't have enough money to buy that next skill. So now you're stuck with this craptastic skill even longer. And this is how snowball effects get generated. So based on our warnings earlier from that commenter, I can see where going that route. And my belief is, I don't know what's coming. We're playing blind. I would pick something that starts helping me win right now.
Well, the other one, yeah.
Snowball in the reverse direction of I become more powerful now to benefit me more in the long run, to snowball uphill versus downhill, if you know what I mean. That's the way I look at these kind of games, is like, give me something right now that's going to like start keeping me healthy, start winning combat, start killing it to get more loot, more treasure, end the turn with more health. So taking one that's like, doesn't really help right now. And again, I just went with whatever they told me. So focus, this is why I wouldn't go with this normally.
No, but I feel like that can
it still can do something sometimes.
So the first card up there will do absolutely nothing, but the card underneath, Reverse Blade, this one here, if I do roll, that will just give me a sword and a block. The block will help me, A, take less damage, and B, if I'm in the correct stance.
And the cool part is if you take this, you could buy this later if you only have 3, which could help make this more possible also.
Yeah, I could. And then I guess, just so that like we're looking at everything, my weapon, if I roll the squiggle.
Oh, you have a way to turn into a super hit from your attack die.
Yeah.
Does it have that symbol on it normally?
I think so. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh,
Yeah, it does.
It
So
does.
you have a chance. 1, 2. Yeah, it's two chances.
on
Two
that to
chances
make
to
a
get that
super
symbol
die.
on this die, which is twice as many chances as on the red ones.
Yeah.
So you have 4 faces on 3 dice, I think.
Yeah, which is kind of why I'm thinking that this one is where we go for this first choice. I don't have that yet. Right, out of these two. Just so that at least I'm doing something. I have also with this card, I have the potential of getting 2 block tokens, helps me be more offensive. Also noting that I do only have a total of 6 health. So I know you were saying about being like the guy in the back. If I'm going to be the person that's up front and I have less health at only 6 total, I need to be able to generate more blocks.
But I think that's a balance. I think that's a balance because you have block.
Yeah.
I don't have block, so that's what they do in games. They give someone who doesn't have defensive capabilities, they give them more health.
Yeah, but I'm saying getting even more block is even better.
Yeah,
especially since I have ways to block and then deal damage back to enemies. I just think that one is the one I'm going to go with.
Yeah, Minion says I'd go for the useful skill now.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
But I'll do what the chat said for me, even though I still think the other one would have been more beneficial right now, but I think this is okay. I mean, turning misses into something, that's like always awesome in games, and we can make it more awesome. Hopefully it helps us right now. Oh yeah, and I do have the 1 reroll too, right? Run reroll for once in a combat scene. But you know it's going to reroll a miss anyway, so but at least I didn't pay for this item. So it was free 99, so I can't complain too much. All right. So let's get out of this campaign and load up our campaign and hope we don't get an error. Oh yeah, here's easy mode. It's just in the settings. You turn it on, I assume. It's on like toggleable, so we could do it in here. Yep. So we could play, and if we're like finding it too easy, we could turn it off, or vice versa, which is cool. We'll leave it off for now, but it's cool that that's there. Dragon says, we were just crippling you, Rob, so Mel always looks to be the hero. But we're playing a campaign game, so I really don't care who's the hero as long as we're winning as a team. I don't care who's doing better. It's like, it's all good. I don't care.
As long as we survive and we collect as much of this as we can.
If this was competitive, I know what's going on, right? But in cooperative, whatever. You guys tank our playthrough. That's on you. All right, load campaign. This one. Okay, this is where I believe we left off. We had finished 1 combat scene. We're about to do another one, I think, is where it was at. And then we have a rest scene where we hopefully can buy some skills soon and hopefully still have some gold for that. We can heal up, repair armor and all that stuff. So I'm going to be more liberal with using my armor right now, assuming that in that rest scene, assuming all rest scenes, I think it's at the end of a rest scene you get to refresh armor. I hope it's automatic and it doesn't cost us anything. But we'll find out. I believe that's what it says in the rules. Okay, once you've left the guardhouse far behind and you're standing in a secluded alley, the flower girl embraces you one after the other. Oh, thank you so much for saving me, she says, in a voice that seems to have become even more childlike. I don't know what those horrible guards would have done if you hadn't come for me. Take story card 2 from the unlock box and add it to your story deck. Did we do that already?
No, we got story card 1.
Okay. You rescued the flower girl from captivity. Oops. You don't have too much time to think about it. The shadows come alive around you. In front of you, to the left, to the right, and behind, figures emerge from the dark. On a wrist that flashes a blade in your direction, you see a tattoo of a dotted circle. It's the same as the flower girl's mark. The massive orc with the tattoo arm speaks. Tattooed arm speaks. I'm sure you don't want any trouble. We don't either. You did us a favor getting this scoundrel out of the malicious hands. Hand her over, and we can all go on with our day. The girl scowls at them. Before you can stop her, she bares her teeth and charges at the nearest of the bandits. With a single deft movement, she pulls a knife from the sheath at his hip and plunges it into his neck. She turns and jumps onto a second bandit, slashing at her throat. That's as far as she gets. Just as she's about to bring the knife down again, the orc grabs her and throws her across the alley as easily as if you were throwing a pebble. She slams into the wall and falls unconscious to the ground. A gang of bandits ambushes you and attempt to kidnap the flower girl. Survive the ambush and escape with the flower girl from one of the 2 streets that lead out of the alley. Oh, we got some new stuff here. Enemy abilities in this combat. Some enemies in this fight have special abilities. These are explained on their respective enemy cards. Stealth cannot be targeted if there are other enemies in the zone, unless they also have stealth.
Okay.
Blocker. We already know this one. Heroes in the same zone cannot leave voluntarily. Stealth cannot be targeted if there are other enemies in the zone, unless they also have stealth. Well, that sounds familiar. There's also stealth. Cannot be targeted if there are other enemies in this zone, unless they also have stealth.
I guess they're just showing the pictures.
I know. They're showing, there's multiple enemies in this scenario that all have stealth.
Okay, we're going to have a stealth problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stealth is a thing in this scenario, I see. They're teaching us about stealth. Armor piercing. When this enemy does damage to a hero, that hero cannot use blocks and armor to reduce the damage.
Oh.
Michael.
Whoa.
Michael's been a member for 20 months. Yeah, but what does stealth do, says Michael. Well,
that was quick on the trigger there, Michael. Thank you.
So Michael, interrupting us with the super chat for a super important question here that must be addressed. So Michael, are you ready? Stealth, what does it do? They cannot be targeted if there are other enemies in the zone unless they also have stealth.
But looking at this, all the enemies have stealth except for blockers, so we might be okay.
I'm assuming this is all the enemies in this scenario.
I don't know, but it's just funny.
So then RP when this enemy does damage to a hero, that hero cannot use blocks and armor to reduce this damage.
That sucks right after we got armor. And I got a block card.
Yeah, thanks for the free armor that we can't use anymore.
Just says we have to kill first.
We would have had it at the beginning and got to use it already multiple scenarios. We probably would have them used already.
Even so.
And now it wouldn't matter, but we have them fresh because that's just the way we were doing it. We pretend we never used them.
Yeah.
We're getting a little advantage here, but... All right, so here's the stuff we need. Oh, we got 3 little currency. This is going to help. That buys 1 skill straight up. Okay.
Oh, and these are, other than the dog, this is all new enemies. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I need...
Michael, thank you for the super chat. You're too kind. Glad you're back and doing well. Oh, we're back.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. 14. Okay. So Doggo, we know, moves fast and attacks, only 1 health.
15.
What do we got here? A brigand. Oh, it has stealth. Cannot be. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so attacks if it's in a space, attacks 2 damage to the one who went earliest. If there's a tie, then like the dog, does a move and attack or 2 moves. So this assassin's 2 health, moves quick, hits hard.
2 health. Ugh.
Another brigand. I think it's like the family they're from or the faction or something. This is a bruiser, so the other one was an assassin. Bruiser has 1 armor and 2 health. And it's the blocker. So similar like the guard.
Okay.
But the guard had no armor, right?
No.
Just 2 health. So they're beefing up already. And this guy only attacks in his space. But again, when they react, it could do who knows what. And then we have the recruit. So just attack if you're in the space or moves towards you. Only 1 health. They're a weenie. Oh, this guy looks cool. A saboteur. So he can directly attack the base. Even if you have... No, I'm just kidding. So 1 range attack if you're 1 away. And then wants to... If you're in its space, it's going to move towards exit A.
Yep.
Exit A. That one, I know what that means. I can recognize that symbol. Oh man, these gems look good. Look at those gems. Yeah, I want to get that loot. Okay.
Dropping tokens. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
I need to be getting enemies while we're doing this.
then it's okay. I needed a second anyways.
Yeah, we still need to do tiles. So we need another doggo.
B and A. You know what? This would be easier if I just did this, like a smart person here. Sorry. And then I need...
Oh yes, the guy's on the other side, so that's good. Same box. Two of those guys. And then 4 of the blue guys. 3 of the brown ones. And then there's a purple one. Is it the different boss? So the other side probably. Yep. That's the orc dude. Okay.
3.
Gems, 3 yellows. Treasure chest.
Oh, yeah.
2 treasure chests. Whoa. 2 exits, an objective token. That's a difficult terrain, I'm pretty sure from the rules, but I don't think we're supposed to know that yet.
Oh, this looks different.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll set it up here, I guess, but
Yep.
the app will... I can move the app to the right, I guess. Okay. So let's get some tiles out. So we need 1. That's up here somewhere. Twelve, 11. 12 and 11. That should be coming off of something like that. Okay, and then I need some squares. You need 3 and 2. Four. I'll bring that up in a sec. Oh yeah, I'll definitely need to. And then 6, 10, and 5. 5, 6, 10. And 16 is a dark one. There you go. Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know if it'll add to it. I need 19 coming off here. We can move it a little bit down. And we'll adjust if needed. And I need one more room. 19. It's another dark one. Looks small.
These in the middle here for now. If we need to adjust, we will, but it'll give us more space. That there, so then we can put the cards up the side here, which would be white, blue, red, green.
I don't see anyone having numbers on them, so we should be good to put any. Here, let me do this. And then we'll do... for now. So you guys can double check the work. I'm sure we'll miss something.
This guy has 1. This guy has 1.
Oh, we start here? Yeah. What the heck?
1, 1.
Oh, this is cool. Wow, it got elaborate really quick. This is neat.
Do we need this lady somewhere? Yep, right here.
So we don't know objective A yet, right? I don't see that.
No.
So maybe that'll happen.
Oh, maybe when something will trigger that, or like a specific round that'll come up. And just double checking, there's only armor on the green. I see 2 green characters, and then on the one on the purple, and there's 1 purple. So just making sure I do the armor correctly. These actually can probably like go off to the side up here. They don't need to. And then I've just put this here so that we have some space, but I can actually probably move that back over here.
No, and Matthew, I think the bosses in our game are the same as the regular units. They're just all the same. They all got punched from the same board. I don't know.
There's a lot of enemies on this map.
Yeah, this scenario, we might end up splitting up. Exactly. So what I just thought, that we're always together. The scenario seems straightforward and like we're running one way to the end and coming back, but nobody's calling this game a hidden gem or classic, instant classic kind of thing if every scenario was exactly the same.
Yeah.
I expected them to throw different puzzles at us to solve.
Yeah, we're not like holding hands through the dungeon every scenario.
But we'll see. We'll see. We have to make some choices here. All right, let's go back to the app and continue. We got everything, I think, there. Next. Difficult terrain. Read Rule 3 in the Rule Unlock section. Okay. Zones marked by a difficult terrain token slow heroes down. You cannot dash out of a difficult terrain zone. You need to spend any face but a miss die result in addition to the standard move action to leave a zone with difficult terrain token on it.
Wow. Okay.
Select a hero that will carry the Flower Girl. Place an objective token on their player board. While carrying the Flower Girl, this hero cannot perform dashes. In addition, during preparation after rolling dice, they must discard 1 die of their choice for that turn. So thanks for giving me focus, guys, when I'm going to be throwing my misses away to carry the girl anyway. No, I'm just joking.
Do you want to carry her?
No, I don't know. The Flower Girl can only be carried by the assigned hero.
Okay, well, the hero carrying the Flower Girl must leave from an exit without getting knocked out. So we have to protect the Flower Girl, or the hero carrying, okay, and leave from any exit. Okay, hold on.
So we have exit A here and a guarded exit B up here.
And it's, oh, I see. So it's easier to get here, but we have to get through the dash. It's harder to get through here.
Oh, on our main objectives, we should probably read those first. I went right to the special rule, but main objective, the hero carrying the Flower Girl must leave from an exit without getting knocked out, okay? And then leave from any exit. And then we have to complete all to fully succeed. So we don't have to leave from the same exit, but it probably makes sense to work together to
protect,
to go whichever direction. Of course, there's a chest along this path. And of course, there's a chest on the way out this one. This one has a ton of enemies, including the enemy that you can't move out of the space while he's there voluntarily. Same with this one right here. So it's not like you can just grab the loot and then run out. You would have to get stuck with that guy and have to fight him if you haven't killed him already. And we still don't know if this scenario is going to throw some wrench at us and spawn some other stuff, or I don't know. I don't know if that's common, but...
It doesn't yet say how many rounds we have.
Okay, so we have to make the choice. Any tips? Or not tips, I just say any recommendations.
Yeah, suggestions.
Suggestions is the word I'm looking for. Yes. Just let the flower girl carry herself or be left behind.
I mean, she was knocked unconscious after she hit the boulder, right? Like after she's thrown across the alley. So potentially she would just be lying there dead. Or to die if we don't take her. Interesting.
Looks like there's 8 enemies either way we go, says Minion.
Okay, harder up here though because of the armor that's up here as well. Some of the enemies that are up here have higher health, with these guys having 2 health each plus armor.
But there's a chest on the way.
Yeah.
This one you have to go out of the way for the chest.
They also put the more expensive gem up there.
This one has difficult terrain. I mean, we can split up, but I don't think that's what we do.
No, I don't think that's a great idea either.
If we were playing 4-player, I would literally say 2 go this way, 2 go that way, but... Again, we don't know how many rounds we have.
Yeah, it's gonna.
So that might not make sense either.
I'm gonna base my decision once we have more rounds.
But this way, going this way, you have no guy, unless this guy moves, no one will block you going this way. No. So you literally could just keep running through, right?
Yeah. It's easier enemies this way.
Except for
with
this.
the difficult terrain.
Except for this.
Harder enemies up here with more health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's only 6 enemies going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Unless
5,
you do this room, which is optional.
Yeah.
We don't know how many rounds.
No.
We're not clicking next until we know.
Until we know who's carrying the flower girl.
What decision we're making here.
I mean. So here's my train of thought. If I carry the flower girl, you potentially have more range hits and you're clearing the path ahead of us. Potentially, right?
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if I took that other skill that let me turn swords into arrows, then yes, I would tell you, I could do that more confidently.
Yeah. But that's like...
I'm not salty at all.
An idea that Rob's like clearing the path because I'll have less die and I'll have to... yeah.
Yeah, 1 die tossed every round is pretty nutty.
Yeah. But it didn't say you can't toss misses.
Yeah, of course.
So
I know.
Potentially you'll have a die that maybe you can't use.
I don't think anyone said who should carry.
Nobody wants to make the decision.
Dragon says you don't need to decide who's carrying the girl before this scenario, though.
Well, it says right now, select a hero.
We're just following instructions on the screen.
It's telling us to do it right now.
Yeah, tells us right now. Select a hero to carry.
I mean, it's our game. If we want to change it once it starts, we can before we've done anything. But I think we should do it now.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm okay to carry her. If you think that,
I mean, you do have the yellow movement die.
and I also have block, so potentially if you're pushing forward and clearing the way, I would have block if I'm getting.
I should be pushing,
or
and we have enemies that are all around us, right?
Yeah, not necessarily pushing, but
so
like.
And like, which way are we going?
That we don't know. Like, I would love to go this way if we can, because we have the higher potential of loot, but it'll depend. If we only have like 3 rounds, and we're obviously going to go this way where it's faster just to win.
So you carry her, you're thinking, and this way is not like...
Well, it depends on how many rounds we have. And what our first rolls are.
It is only like 1, 2, 3 zones, so the movement's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just killing enemies, but we know these dogs will come quickly chasing, so we do have to deal with these guys. And I'm assuming these guys in the reactions might move.
They also move 1.
Oh, they do move.
They're a little bit different than the assassins that we had last time.
So technically, if we stick up in this area or this area, these guys I feel are going to be joining the party. In fact, all 3 of these spots will join the party whichever way we go.
Yeah.
Because they move that way.
Yeah, so I think it'll depend how many rounds we have and what our first roll looks like. If our first roll is terrible, then maybe we go the easier route.
Oh yeah, Mel does have that ability Minion's mentioning about you getting move off of like 1 die, turning it into a movement and an attack.
Yes.
So you can make one die into like 2 dice, kind of. I don't have that yet. I don't think I noticed that much. Mel carry, Rob range shot, and go south. Be easy route if need go fast. Yeah.
Yeah, if we need to go fast.
We'll
see the
decide which
rounds.
way based on what the app tells us.
And
here.
our first roll.
Okay. We've made the decision. Mel's going to carry.
Yep.
So the turn sequence. Oh my god, the enemies go first? Really?
No way.
That's trash.
Okay.
Okay, and now let's just play. Let's do it. All right, I got 2 arrows, so no reroll on missing an arrow. I have a sword and a possible move or focus. No misses.
Okay, I didn't roll that one. So this is the die I didn't roll. I'll put it up here. Okay, what stance am I starting in? I probably should use this to move. I didn't roll any arrows, so I can't do the thing we were just talking about. But I did get 3 attack, so if enemies do come into our space. So my stance will be...
And then just during the preparation phase, you have to choose to get rid of one of the dice, right? But I assume you can do all your other stuff first. So if you had like a reroll and it didn't roll a good result, you could toss that or whatever. This preparation phase, you could do all that stuff. Optional actions, dashing.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh, it's 4 rounds, by the way. 4 rounds. 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Round 1 of 4.
Okay, okay.
4 rounds, guys. 4 rounds.
Okay, I'm gonna go low guard. I guess I'll just get rid of a hit. So I'll have 2 hits, and then this one is.
Oh yeah, we weren't on the board yet, but we should be on the board.
Sorry.
At the starting spot.
Sorry, I wasn't sure what I was gonna say.
In my mind, we were already there because I just know that's where we're starting. So.
Okay.
Until I need to move, I guess we don't need to be there.
So dashing. Do we want to dash? We're probably gonna get hit. We're probably gonna get hit anyways. But so with 4 rounds, what direction do you think?
Well, no, we're not gonna get hit. These guys will just move into our space. They don't usually attack, but in the reactions, they probably will. And only one of them will go. So if we get unlucky and it's dog and the red guys, the recruits, then we can choose. No, it'll be the lowest initiative, right? So this one and this dog and this guy, if it's them. But it might be like a guard or so many others. Could be the boss.
But that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna potentially get hit anyways, do we dash forward? Right?
Well, we might not get hit.
Oh yeah,
though.
I can't dash. You're right, I can't because of the girl.
Yeah.
She's too heavy.
But I can. But I'm just debating. Do I bother? Probably not. I'm gonna say no to the dash.
And then we select our order here. Do we want this order or?
Sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. And get 3 of
I
a
have
kind.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 health.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Enemy reactions. Here we go. Okay.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
the bandit. Yeah, they just will attack if you're in their space. So if I dashed, I would have been hit by one of them, but I'm not. So we are 1 away. So the highest initiative or lowest, I guess, number.
Oh, sorry. It would be actually this guy.
Oh, sorry. We have a 1 down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy will just move to our space.
Okay.
And then out of the bruisers, he wants to attack in space. If not, we're not 1 away. We are 2 away from this one and many more away from this one. So they will not do anything. No block token.
Okay. He went easy on us.
Pretty chill. Pretty chill. Well, it's random, supposedly, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. So my thought is I can move out of this space into, if we are moving forward this way, and I can then use 2 attacks to kill. These are both 1 health. Yeah, I can kill both of these. And I'll be ending my turn here. Would that be good for what you have? Pushing forward?
I didn't even look at what I have. I got 2 range. I mean, I can hit 2 spaces away with this die. I can hit 1 space away with this die in my space, and then a movement.
So you could even kill the guy in this space, move, and then kill both of those guys. And then this
Why am
whole
I
path.
killing the guy in my space?
just so he's not behind us. Because I'm only stopping here. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst because he'll just move. But just like clearing the way,
Okay.
I guess.
So what I'm going to do...
Oh, sorry.
you're first.
Yeah, I'm first. I just want to make sure what I'm doing is good. Because I only have the 2 attack, which would be in the space I'm in.
You have this too, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, good. So I can,
Yeah, I would do this like every single time you can.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
you're
always.
Because it would be the same. Just gives me a block.
Yeah, so left looks good. Yeah, minion saying left looks good.
Okay.
Okay, so
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
We're going the greedy route. I mean, this route here, the more north route.
But wait, what about the gems right here? Like, do we pick them up? Just kidding.
I debated it.
I debated it too.
Because these are both one-shot dudes. Like, I could
move in there. And...
I could easily kill both, move in, and get a loot. But now I'm an extra space away from the exit, and who knows how bad this is going to be with the armor and getting hit by the bosses. I want to be able to kill those guys. And if we don't, I want to have, like, another turn to be able to work on this room if we need. Because we don't get this unless this is empty.
Yeah.
We can get this, but we have to have a focus at that time. Oh, I see what they did. Oh, I see now. I forgot about focuses being used to open chests.
Hey, Rob gets all the chests.
You guys are good. I like what I wasn't even thinking that. I'm thinking of kill, kill, kill. Then we loot. But sometimes you can't loot unless you have the right action. Erica, thank you for being a member for 25 months.
Thank you so much.
Came in late, so starting from the beginning, but current me says hi to past Mel and Rob. Or is it future Rob and Mel? Robception? Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Hello. Past Erica, who's now met with us in the current time. And
but then she's
when
still
you're
in
watching
the
this, we're past Mel and Rob, but we're coming to you right now from the future. And then until they send John Connor back, and then he'll bring a tournament. I don't know. Anyways. Something like that.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for watching. Okay.
Okay, I think as much as I want to go for those 2 gems, thinking about also winning the scenario, knowing I'm losing die and it might be harder, I do want to push forward, I think. So I'm going to use this die here as a move, moving into this space. And then I will use this die here as an attack, which will get rid of the dog, and a block, because we may need the block if something bad happens. And then the second attack will just be for this guy. Also, both are 1 health only. Okay. That is me.
Now, you could have always spent energy to move again. So if you didn't want to stop there, you could have moved energy and did whatever you just did.
I think
in that space also.
I'm also thinking, like, not that slower is better, but I don't necessarily want everything to come up from behind as well. Like, I'm trying to, like, if I move too far forward, then I could get attacked from this side and this side.
Yeah, you're right.
I think from here I'm still good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't know.
I forgot. Yeah, these guys, we don't know. Well, she looks like she's fast.
Yeah, she's coming anyway.
The assassin definitely is fast. We know these guys just chill like the other green guys.
Yeah.
They all kind of behave similar and just get more powerful.
Yeah.
But the boss is here. What's the boss looking like?
Yeah, he shoots range.
But if you're, just like the other boss.
Move.
Yeah,
it's not bad. He's gonna. They're gonna come to us before we get into that room.
Not all of them. This guy doesn't move for sure. This guy definitely stays there.
True.
Okay. How much health? He's got 1.
Which one? Sorry, the guard.
Stealth guy. The saboteur.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what does stealth do? Cannot be targeted if there are other enemies in this zone unless they also have stealth. Oh, I never knew that. Just kidding.
I didn't kill anybody.
That joke's going to get so old so fast every time I reread it again.
Alrighty, back to you.
Okay. I should have dashed, but hey, that's all good. I'll move with this side. I will range attack, so I can't kill this one unless I kill this one. It kind of works like the other guy with the defense thing, like, I can't kill the other guys with a range shot. Right. Kind of like same idea. I was like, oh, those guys aren't in the scenario. I'm golden, but then stealth is everywhere. But these both don't have stealth. Only this guy. Okay, so kind of the same thing. So I will fire here. Killing this one. And then I can shoot 2 spaces away with this ability.
I have a block technically, so I can block that guy's hit if you did want to fire in on somebody here, but
I can't fire on her. Oh, he's a blocker. Nope, that doesn't matter. And I can't, he's stealth. And okay, so stealth guys I'm gonna put over here.
So you can really only hit this
and
guy's
this
armor.
guy's the only guy I can hit. But armor, it makes sense. Or I could just attack and use it like a regular arrow and just hit this guy and kill him. But I do have this one melee attack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about the guy in your space before you left, just to get another guy off
Well,
the
I was
board.
thinking of going more aggressive and using an energy to move in and kill him.
Oh, and then...
But then now that you're saying that these guys will move in, but this move... Oh, range
this guy's
attack.
going to range. This guy will be gone.
Yeah, okay.
She'll also move
we'll
in
just
and
do what you
attack.
said. Yeah, I'll just say I attacked before leaving the space with this, then moved, then shot, and then I can just shoot again on this guy and kill him right now. Yep. I'll just use the arrow regular. I won't use my range shot.
Yeah, some of these enemies will move closer, so then we'll have different
Okay.
situation looking in a minute. Okay, so then their turn. Starting with the dogs.
Okay, so
dogs are 2 spaces away?
Yeah.
So they're going to move 2, or move 1.
One. That's it, right?
Yep.
2 left.
Any blue characters?
There's one here, but he will never move.
And there's no one
but
to
no one's
attack.
one range away to fire at. And then this one right here, no one is one range and no one's in their space.
Oh yeah, they're not going to do anything.
And same, nothing here.
Okay.
Red guys.
Red guys?
Yep.
Only if we're 1 space away.
We're not 1, we're 2. None this way anymore. Definitely
Okay.
too far.
These,
Blocker,
nothing
we're not
really
in this
happens.
space.
Okay, the assassins. We're not in their space. We're not 1 space away. We're 2 spaces away, so they're just going to move.
Okay.
Only if we're 2.
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
And then the
boss, the gang leader.
We're 2 spaces away, so he's going to move as well. At least the 2 stealths are now together, so we can fire on them from range.
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, so no one's defeated.
Oh, I lose my block.
Block token, stun cues, red damage from enemies. Nope. Round 1's ended. Okay, now they go after one of us. So one of us can go first and do some damage before they get to react.
I'm rolling the same.
Oops. 1 cock die in there.
Same dice. Actually, no. Yeah.
So no misses. I got 2 arrows, so I don't need to reroll with my marksman ability.
Eek.
Oh, that's a misses.
Yeah.
But you can toss one of them.
Yeah, but then
or you could first do an energy reroll on both, or you can do... Didn't you have a reroll? Right here.
I can
but you can't reroll this one,
which
only
is
these ones,
fine.
which is fine. And it's once per combat scene, so maybe just tilt it sideways or something.
Yeah, let's use this. We're not going to reroll this because we can't, but we'll reroll all this because I don't need the focus die. Okay, this is better. This is better.
Does it reroll all of them?
Yeah. Reroll all non-weapon. That's why I thought you were going to take that one.
I thought it was just one. No, but I thought since you have combat dice already, it's better. Oh, no, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was reroll 1 non-combat. That was my bad.
And this. Okay. Okay, very similar situation to what we had last time. So we're going to stay in... I didn't get any arrows. So we're going to stay in low guard stance. Then my die that I'm going to get rid of is going to be this one. Okay, so that's my situation. I'm not allowed to dash, but you're welcome to.
But then my arrows don't do anything if the enemy is... They're in my space, but you think you're going to go in and kill first? Or
I don't know that I can kill first, but I can... This will give me an attack and a block. I can... Stealth only has... Oh, they do have 2. I can only kill...
Like these guys hit for 2 in their space. So like we got to kill them before we go in there. And they'll both do 1 damage basically from 1 space away. So they are like the priority. But then also this guy shoots at range. According to his reactions we already saw. But he won't normally. And this guy does shoot from range. But
And then these dogs.
I
coming up
can.
on us.
Oh no, I can't now. I still have to kill this guy before killing that guy. Okay.
I'm nervous for sure. Now,
Well,
unless I go first, I can take out the assassin.
well, maybe just worry about the boss man. So
Yeah, but they're gonna have a reaction, and I worry.
But oh yeah, I see.
There's also dogs behind us.
But if I can move a minion out of our space. No, I can't. I don't have. Nope, never mind.
I could.
Yeah.
Okay, what I can, if I went first, what I can do is move in here. I can use 2 dice, 2 attack, plus I'd gain a block. So 2 attack would kill the assassin. Then I would have a block. When this guy hits me, if he hits me in the reaction phase,
But he might not react.
he might not. I would have a block, which also
does
can
one
deal
damage
1 damage to him, which would remove his armor, make it easier for you to hit him.
But he will break through. Oh, you have armor too.
I do.
So you could prevent both of his damage.
He's doing 2 damage. I forgot. I could.
Well, we're allowed to do this once per combat.
I could. If he reacts, yes.
Does the boss's armor piercing ignore block tokens too? When this enemy deals damage to a hero, that hero cannot use blocks and armor. Oh, okay, so it's both. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Thank you, minion.
Never mind.
Read the cards. Changes everything. If I go in there, I can only do 2, which doesn't kill him. How much can you do to him? 2?
Yeah, just 2.
So you can't either. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're like, it's awkward. And we have these 2 dogs right behind us too. If they go, one of them will bite us.
Yeah.
And if we're still in this space at the end of the round, they'll for sure come in and attack for 2.
I mean, have we seen a boss go in reaction? I feel like not. But we still can't kill it. We don't have... This is 5 damage right here.
To take them both out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But we can't.
But we can block her damage. We can't block his.
I don't know what to say, man. If I went first, there is a play. I could move all the way into this room, and then just. But I don't. I want to do range attacks into this room, so doing range attacks out doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But if I went first, I could just kill her because they're both stealth, so I can choose whichever one I want.
Yep.
And then, yeah, that sucks.
But then you could get targeted. Is that fine?
No, I don't. Then I just waste my moves. I don't know.
You want me to go first and see what happens?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. All right. I am moving forward with this die. Okay. I don't want to get hit from both, so I might as well just, if I know I'm going to get hit, I might as well just attack 1 here, and then we'll use this to attack here for dust as a second one, and I get a block, which we can, well, we can't use for him, but maybe we can use for like this guy shooting or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. That is me done.
Okay.
And we're just going to hope that he doesn't react. I mean, we can't kill him, but... Oh, he does.
Oh, no.
Oh, but he only does 1 hit, which I still can't block.
Yeah. Okay, so dogs first. The closest dog will be this one. Yep. So they'll just move. So 1 dog moved. And then the boss just wants to hit you for 1, but you can't block it at all, so you're taking 1 damage because he has armor piercing.
Okay. So I'll take 1 damage.
Okay. Mel has riposte, so leaving the assassin alive would do the 1 extra damage. But she couldn't kill the boss, so she decided to kill a unit instead of leave both alive. But it probably would have been better.
Oh, I see, you're right. Maybe that would be okay. To do a damage like this, because then Rob can kill the boss. And I can...
Yeah,
so she'll have 1 damage on it, on her. And when she hits me here, I'll kill her. Yeah, that's smarter.
And you can block both of it.
Yeah.
So you took the damage.
So I took the damage from that guy. And then now you do have...
But there's a problem. Imagine both of them reacted.
Yeah, then we wouldn't be able to wreck on that, but...
No, I know, but that's... Okay, anyways. Sure. Okay, now my turn?
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening? Okay. Looks like the dog is gonna attack. Can't do anything about that if I'm gonna kill the boss, so yeah. So I'll just use my 2 attacks to... Wait, you put a damage on that guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm gonna kill her before it ends. When she hits me here, I can block it and deal her 1 damage.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I forgot because I have the...
So I'll just shoot in twice with 2 arrows. They're both stealth, so I can choose the boss and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'll move.
If you move in there, you're only taking 1 damage. If that matters. Oh, you don't want to move in though, right? Yeah, you don't.
Debating. Because, yeah, then my arrows don't do anything to the guys in the space. But I could kill a dog who's following us. But then this guy will shoot anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so...
Yeah. I'll just stay. No, I'll move in. Yep. Okay, done.
Done? Okay, enemies.
Yep, enemy turns. So
Dogs. He's 1 away, so he's going to move and attack. Oh, I'd kill the dog first. Unless I just do this. Yeah.
Sure.
Because I'm going to use it
armor?
anyways. I'll use my armor.
Okay.
I'll just do that because now it's fully used. Okay, and then the other dog's 2 away, so it's just going to move. Okay. This blue guy.
He'll tag you for 1.
Yep. Which I will just lose a damage.
That's what I mean. Like, this is like silly. Okay.
Okay. And then red, there's nobody within 1.
Okay.
Green, he's going to attack you for 1.
And I will just lose armor.
Okay. Stealth, she's going to attack me for 2. I block 1. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
I know,
like,
but there was nothing. I don't know that there was a difference
I know.
to save damage there, but then she dies because once per combat round, if you block any damage from an enemy in your zone, deal 1 damage to that
I
enemy.
feel like it would have been good that you use an energy to have moved an extra space. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I probably should have.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I told you last round too. Same thing. Like, get ahead of it. Like, go take less damage, but you just like rush through. I think it's a scenario where we're supposed to be just running past enemies, not like stopping and.
No,
just
I know,
killing.
but it's harder when I only have so many dice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should
That's
have
what the
maybe
energy
on that
tokens
one.
are
I
for.
should have.
They don't use dice. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. Revenge of the Flower Girl. The Flower Girl suddenly wakes and jumps off your shoulders, tumbles to the ground, rolls and charges with a blood-curdling cry towards the brigands. In the blink of an eye, she leaps onto the enemies, brandishing a shiv and stabbing furiously. Place objective token A in A zone adjacent to the one that the hero carrying the Flower Girl is in. Select the one with the most enemies in it, randomizing ties.
Well, it has to go here.
Yeah, has to be the final room. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So if you can grab the randomizer die, and then we can do the odds or evens or whatever you want.
Okay, odds, evens.
That's a 6, I think.
Yep. Yep, because that's 1.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that's even. So that's 2 damage to this guy. So he's dead.
Okay. If there are any surviving enemies in the zone, place the lowest priority enemy by type, blue to purple, and number, if there are more than one of the lowest priority type, guarding the Flower Girl. So this guy's now guarding the Flower Girl. The exit's now open. She may be picked up again by any hero in the zone if the guarding enemy is killed. Continue the combat with the same objectives. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. I almost wish it was the other way
Okay,
around.
cleanup phase. Return block tokens, clear the health off enemies, all that stuff. Okay, round 2's ended. Okay, enemies are going between us again. Roll. Okay, so I got a miss. I also got to focus now. I got an arrow, so I can't re-roll. I guess I'll use now to do my reroll pendant once per combat scene. Unless I want to move. Oh, I can't move a guarding enemy anymore. So I can't move that guy out. I was thinking that, but then you'd still have to kill him. So let me just reroll it with that. Miss still. Okay, cool beans. Rerolls, love them.
All right, well, I got that. That's a good die. This one here lets me change this to this. So we got that. And then we'll keep this miss that we'll just discard as our discarded die. We'll stay in low guard. We'll stay in low guard. And then this will be the die that I get rid of, this miss.
Were you able to kill this guy?
No, I have 2 attack.
Oh no.
But I can when he attacks. Because I'll be in low guard.
Could move out, attack in. I have dogs.
I can kill the. How many can you attack in with?
Just one.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was gonna shoot the dog, and then hoping you'd come in and kill.
Well, I can
because I rolled really bad. I can do an energy reroll.
I can.
But like this is so bad.
No, I can kill the. I can kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the energy reroll.
Okay.
I think at the end of rest scenes you get energy back. Is
Yeah.
the end of rest scene stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just do the energy reroll. Oh my god. All right. So at least I can move out, move back in. Oh yeah, I can open the chest. At least that's something. But
I can kill him at the end of the when he attacks me. I will kill him if I go first.
Oh yeah, you don't need to discard dice anymore. You're not carrying the girl.
Oh. Okay.
And you're allowed to dash, by the way.
Okay, so then I will re-roll this. I forgot. I'm not carrying the girl. She dropped. You're right. Okay, now I can kill him.
Perfect.
Thank you. And I can dash. And then maybe we go in. If I go in arrow, I can dash out of this space without taking a damage. Yep. Because that guy will be dead already anyways. Okay.
Good?
Yep. And then I can kill him.
So you go first?
So I'll go first. I don't even need these moves. That's fine. So then I will use this die to attack and gain a block. That will remove the armor. And then I'll use these 2 to attack, which will take him out.
And then you can pick up the girl again?
We're going to pick up the girl again. We can
up the
pick up
loot.
the gem. This move doesn't do anything, which is fine. Okay.
Okay, enemy reactions. Only 1 enemy reacts. Okay, so blue guys, there's none that are nearby that would fit that criteria. But there is still 1 alive, so we're not killing them. And then the boss man is dead, though.
Green.
So green guys are
there's
other
one,
side of the
yeah.
board. Don't
Okay.
even have to worry. Okay. And then, first things first, I'll spend this focus to open the chest. So, open chest B and hope it doesn't kill me. Oh, take the following items from the unlock box or token tray and place them in the party backpack. Any weapons or equipment you find may be equipped by the hero who found them. It's a vitality potion 177 and potion of speed 174.
Oh, there's more than 177. Hold on. Sorry. Are they all
Oh, they're probably all the same then.
Oh, okay.
I would assume multiple people can have it,
They're
right?
the same, yep.
Vitality potion at any time. Recover all your energy, then return this card. Ooh, one-time use. I like it, but it's going to be tough when to spend that. Potion of speed. Gain 2 movement, then return the card. Wow. Well, put this in the party pack. I'll take the vitality potion now. I don't think I need it right now. I'll recover 1 automatically, and I think we're going to rest phase, so. But we still have to survive more. So I'm going to attack, range, kill the dog. Because we still have another full round. You can't end early. And then it doesn't matter. These are just wasted.
I mean, oh yeah. And say maybe we can go get if you get a lot of movement, we can go get the other gem.
Yes, true.
Right? Because we
could.
just have to clear the path to get out.
100%. But
you don't want to take unnecessary damage from this dog.
And then if I left this dog alone and then like moved, killed this dog. And
if he's going to move in and I can.
So you want to get nutty? Let's get nutty.
Let's get nutty. Let's get nutty.
Let's
so
get
kill
greedy.
the other one.
Okay, so I would move one with this move.
Oh, then he'll attack you. But your other.
Why would he attack me?
Because you're in a space.
I'd be here.
But you can attack two spaces away.
I have 2 move, so I would end up here. But I know he would move and kill me, or he'd move and kill you. But you went first, so he's going to go for you,
sorry,
right?
I thought something else was happening.
So I will range attack this doggo instead, and then do my final move to go here.
Yeah.
Risky, but hey, whatever, man. All right. As long as he's dead for sure in the next round, I won't take damage going through him. That's what I hope. But I still can take 1 damage and still recover it at the end for free without us costing us money.
Do I have to pick? Did it force me to pick up the girl at the end? Do you remember? Because if it didn't force me, I can leave her there for now.
No, but when we auto leave, you want to take her, right?
Yeah, but then I get all my dice for the next roll.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
so I'll pick her up.
I see.
After I've rolled all my dice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so enemy turns?
Yes.
Okay.
So dog, we know he's going to move up here. He's going to attack me.
Yep, it goes through because you went earlier in order.
Yep, he's going to attack me for 1. I block it. Oh, I'm not in the right stance. That's fine, that's fine.
Kill him next
Still
turn,
fine.
hopefully.
Yep, still block it.
Okay, assassin guys, not close enough.
No, red guys are just going to
They don't do anything.
Bruiser, nothing.
Nope.
Assassin, moves of 2 spaces.
Here and here.
1, 2, nope. And then this guy's dead. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I get that in time, but it's all good.
I mean, we'll see what the dies look like. Okay. Last round. I think I'm rolling these ones.
So reactions, enemy goes between us again.
Okay.
Got 3 arrows, a move and a focus. So I literally can, with these 2 range arrows, I can I can only do 1 of them. Snipe and kill 1 from all the way over here. Move, kill the other. But to move in and collect, I have to take another energy. I only got 1 movement.
Oh, but I
can dash still.
You can dash now.
Oh, I can dash right now. Oh yeah, but who's going first though? What do you got going on? Do you have a way to make a block or something if the dogs react?
Yeah, like I could go like this.
But then that's not till your turn, right?
Yeah.
We don't want you taking more damage. You're
So then
already costing us like 2 gold to heal up.
Well, I'll get 1 and then.
Yeah, but that's still 2 gold.
Or I eat the food.
Oh yeah, true.
That'll be 2 health, and then I just.
No, it's 1 health, 1 energy, right?
Oh yeah, it is. I think.
Oh, I can shoot the dog from where I'm standing. Yes.
But then you're only going to get 1 gem anyways, right?
Yeah. But the problem is.
Path. We need the path to be clear still.
Yeah, one of them will move in on their turn, and then cleanup we get to go, and 1 will be in the way for sure.
What if I go first? Potentially in enemy reactions.
Oh yeah.
They move.
Yeah.
One of them moves forward.
Doesn't make a difference for sure. I do have 3 attacks though, so I can.
But if you dash, you're not close enough for the dog, right?
No. Yeah, so I should chill.
And if I go first, you're potentially not close enough for these guys to go.
I'm not going there.
No, I know, but if you're here, they're 1, 2, something might happen at 2 in reaction.
Yeah, they would just move 1.
Or these guys could move and attack.
Yeah, so I'm saying I would only dash if I'm going first, is what I'm telling you. Because I can actually kill all the threats. If I go first, I can kill this one with my item, range shot, and then oh, not if I dash though.
I think I go first.
Yeah, not if I dash. I see.
Oh, I see. But then if you need to dash,
Maybe the dogs won't react.
maybe the dogs won't react. I mean, if I'm already gonna take damage, or if I already need to heal up, what's 1 health, right?
I can kill all of them if I don't dash. And then I just use an energy to do the final move. So yeah, let me just go first.
Okay.
Switch
Sorry.
it. Yeah. And then I'll just spend an energy. And hopefully we get it all back at the rest phase. I wouldn't normally do this kind of stuff if we knew the next thing wasn't a rest phase. And I'm hoping it really is and it doesn't mess with us and we're wrong and we're reading the chart wrong. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, so that's that. Set player order, we're good to go?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can check off that we got this too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so range attack, this guy who's 1-2 away, snipe. Okay, then, yeah, that's used. Okay, then I move to here, and then I attack range, 1 and 2. And then I spend an energy to move 1 more, and then yoink. Yeah, if I could have got a little more move or something, but I think it's okay. All right, done. Reactions. Blue guy, not relevant.
Nope.
And red,
guy, now not relevant. That's good. Okay.
There is still red on the board, though, so we don't consider them dead. Okay, your turn.
Well, I cannot do anything.
Yep, pick up guy. Pick up girl.
Pick up.
Done.
Pick up our friend.
Turn over.
All right. It was really just to get the extra gem.
Enemies, go.
Dogs,
Nope.
no. Blue guys, no. Red guys, nope. I don't think anybody goes.
Yeah, no.
Assassins, too, nope.
Nope.
Nobody goes.
Okay. Clean up. So we do all the cleanup. Then at the end of this cleanup, we do the whole get to run to an exit. Obviously, I'm going to choose this exit instead of going this exit, which I would take a damage, take a damage, take a damage. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we're just going to go this one, and I'm out.
And I'm out.
And you're out. Okay. And no. Do you want an extra combat round? Hell nope. And the hero carrying the flower girl must leave from an exit without getting knocked out. And we left from an exit. Okay, great. We're going to confirm those objectives. Okay, each hero recovers 1 health and 1 energy. Okay, none of us were KO'd. My current health is 7. Your current health is 3.
Yep. And we did get 1 more gem.
And we grabbed another gem. Victory, +1 victory point, combat's 1, 2 of 2, gems, 4 gold worth of gems. In this scenario alone, yep. Loot collected, hell yeah. The exhausted flower girl falls unconscious again, and you hoist her over your shoulders and run before the surviving bandits can catch up with you. You only stop to catch your breath once you get to the more crowded streets around the University Square. You need to figure out what to do next, but at least until the girl recovers, you have no idea where to go. Luckily, you don't stay that way for long. You turn a corner, and a boy dressed in filthy rags approaches you, appearing out of nowhere and pressing a crumpled paper into your hands. Before you can say anything, he disappears just as fast as he appeared. You unfold the paper and read what is written there. To the heroes from the forest, news has reached me that my trusted messenger has had a bit of a run-in with some unsavory characters. It is important that you find your way to me with utmost haste. Daralos. You turn the note over and find a list of directions on the other side. Place the map of Vesafar in front of you and place your party token at location 8. Pay close attention to the directions in the story. Pay close attention, everybody. To find your destination, take card 228 from the unlock box. Use the clues on the card to find the indicated location on the map. Then use the app to navigate there from your hero's current location. This is awesome. I love this stuff.
228. Okay. I'm just going to move this.
No, you can just leave that flat.
Oh, okay.
You just move your character over, your dice over, so that it doesn't... The map will lay out flat. I made it so that it should, if I did it right, lay it over here like so.
Okay. It said put this there. Oh, I think I put the card under. Sorry.
What the? Boat Scribble, scribble. Arrow to castle with sword thing on it. Scribble to X marks the spot with feather pen thingy. Quill, or whatever that's called. I don't know. And the boat has a swirly on the thing. Also looks like someone spilled some coffee maybe on the paper. No, I'm just joking. All the stuff has that on here to make it look worn. I like it. All right. Okay, we're going to continue. You stand in University Square under the gaze of the robed scholar on their pedestal. From here, you can see the university courtyard, where scholars take a break from their studies to sit for a moment around the circular pond. Okay, so let me do this. So University Square, we're here at number 8. Look around the map for anything that was on that clue card. Water. I'm looking for water because I'm thinking maybe a boat with a swirly thing. Might be near the water. Anything? Oh man, look at that, like, sea monster bones there in the water. And the shipwreck. I never looked at this too closely yet. I figured we'd be doing it a lot.
Is that it? This?
That is a swirly thing on a flag on a boat.
Is that what that looks like in our...
Oops. This is tough.
Sorry.
I should have my other camera hooked up so I can zoom in like when we play Seventh Citadel and stuff. But
if we look at that from there, it's kind of telling us the direction from there.
You think that's it for sure?
I mean,
let's keep looking.
Keep looking, but that's what I see.
That's kind of far away, but maybe that's...
But I think that's just giving us... Oh, and then we needed... What was the next thing? We needed the castle with the eyeball? Is that what you just... Oh, with the sword. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to look for a castle thing with a sword, and we're also going to look...
For a leaf?
But what the hell?
So I think from the boat,
but
if we go to the right, we should see that. And then we go to... So let's look to the right-ish of the boat we think it is and see if we see something.
Hey.
Oh, there it is.
This castle with the sword. Okay.
Oh, and then keep going to the right, and there's the leaf.
Whoa.
We're going to 16.
Okay.
I think X is 16.
Or do we want to go to 12 first? I don't know. Let's go to the end.
Take 28 from the unlock box. Use the clues on the card to find the indicated location on the map.
So is this the indicated location because of the X?
I mean...
Or do we want to go here first? I feel like we just go to this, right?
I think so. So we want to get to 12.
That's weird, right? Yeah. So to go to 12 from 8...
Was it 12? Was that the number I was at? Sorry.
No, 16.
16, sorry.
So we definitely want to go south.
Well, we got to leave the gate.
Yo, where the hell do we get out?
Here, I think.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, let's see what it says when we just go south.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
South, we're good?
Do we want to put our little guys so that we
sure.
follow what it,
Yep.
just so we're following what it says. So we're going to go south.
You stand South University beside a small temple with a star above its dome. Wait. Oh, right here. Yeah. So we'd move south, and I guess it stops you right there. That makes sense.
Do we want to go north or south? I think we want to continue to go
south. Okay. Oh, sorry. We're supposed to move ourselves first south, but again, like it's like I assume just stop like
between the first and second wall. A small temple of maker stands in the middle of the square.
Yep.
You can hear chatter from a nearby restaurant.
Small temple of maker stands in the middle of the square. You can hear the chatter from a nearby restaurant.
I think we're right by the door, right? Like, is this the restaurant here?
Yeah, I think it's the restaurant. I think this is what it's talking about, the little arrow thingy there. But sure, whatever. Okay, now from here, I'd say we go southeast to get through the gate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would do this. We stop there, I guess, because that's where we hit the next block. We're supposed to move ourselves first, I think, then click that.
But I don't know how far when it says.
Well, usually it's, I know, because like things aren't straight, right? But it's like when you go south on this, like when do you know to stop? But like technically you stop at the like unique little art thing they put there. Like they always have some building with some weird thing on it.
Okay, so if we stopped here, I think we go southwest, right? And we'd probably end up here.
Yeah, so we'll put us there, and it'll mention you're in the south of Isafar in the Halik district. On one side, you see a monument with 2 obelisks in a square.
Yeah.
We're right here.
Yep.
That's 2 obelisks. On the other, a blacksmith shop is in view. Oh, yeah, blacksmith's right there.
Okay, so around the corner.
That's
We're almost
sick.
there. We're almost there. We're going to go south,
South again?
which should get us to 16 if we're right here.
You're on the south side of Isafar in the Halik district. A temple is nearby. A rundown little building bears a small sign with a feather emblem. Yup, that's what we're looking for. You barely spot the entrance through the heaps of trash that surround it. Enter the building with the feather.
Hopefully I'm right here.
Enter the building with the feather emblem. Inside is a surprising scene. Rooms comfortably laid out with divans, carpets, and rich tapestries. Remove sticker 16 from the map key. Oh, we found Darylos's hideout. Ooh. That's cool. Is this where Waldo hangs out? Okay, move the party token to location 16. We did it.
What was it?
A half-elf in fine robes rises to his feet. He has an air of easy confidence about him. Darylos makes a sweeping gesture. Welcome to my humble abode, he says. My home is always open to my friends. You have traveled long, and I'm sure your journey was tiring. Please make yourselves at home. But I am being rude. I have not even introduced myself. My name is Darylos. He hands you a sealed letter. Read it, he says. I'm a stranger to you, and you have no proof. I am an ally of yours. Hopefully this will change that. To the chosen champions of Unsenoin, if this letter has reached you, you have traveled far in answer to my plea. I cannot thank you enough. I remain a prisoner in the Imperial Palace. The primeval fortress is ever more present in the Ilkral's thoughts. There is something in our forest that is essential to his hidden designs. He is, however, occupied with other matters. A campaign across the sea in Searlane and increasing tensions with powers of Old Kaan to the south. Perhaps this is what has bought us time. The Ilkral is much loved in this city, but there are allies in the shadows who oppose this tyranny and ambition. Darylos is one such ally. He hails from Searlane, like us. His homeland is placed under a hanging sword of Cardicol's ambitions. He will tell you what he needs to be done. As ever, my ageless wisdom of whatever, the eternal tree guide your way. Nesk. Darylos looks at you expectantly. It is not easy to get word out from the gilded cage of the Imperial Palace. Neski put herself at great risk to make contact and pass on these letters. If the Ilkrall had even the slightest suspicion of anything, she'd hang on the moor of the murmurs before she'd see another dawn. She's as brave as anyone I'd ever crossed paths with. Yet, before I say more, you should learn more about me. Searline, my homeland, is across the sea, but you already know what has happened to that once proud land. Do you? We can ask to hear more about Searline? Or continue?
I mean, sure.
What kingdom in all of Aena can boast of such a trove of past glories? Ah, to have walked the streets when the great philosophers held court in the Agora, to have attended the theater of Meliti and witnessed the great tragedies. Nowadays, it is the land of ruins, torn apart by civil war. Do you? Ask what has brought Darylos to Esafar. I guess if you already played this, you can just be like, I'm good. I'm here for much of the same reasons you are. The Ilkrall has set his sights on both your homeland and mine. He sees Sayrland's civil war as an opportunity. He aims to extend Cartgal's influence across the sea. He has established a mission at the harbor of Delphini. He worms his way into the hearts of my desperate, starving kin with gifts of food, shelter, and the promise of security. Of course, the Ilkrall's charity is a ruse. He wants only to make Sayrland a vassal state of his empire. I'm here to stop him, no matter the cost. Ask what any of this has to do with you. True, he says. You have more than your fair share of troubles. Why should you care about mine? I won't ask you to, but our lands are both under the Ilkrall's greedy eyes. Here in Esafar, us enemies of the Ilkrall are outnumbered, hunted, imprisoned, killed. We're up against the armies of an immortal emperor, and all we have is each other. This is why, when Naski asked for help, I answered. I promised Naski I'd watch for the heroes that would arrive from the forest to answer her call. Freeing Naski would hurt the Ilkrall's pride and set back his plan in the forest. I promise you. I shall help you in any way I can. Yet there are two problems. Firstly, you can't just walk into the gates of the Imperial Palace and ask the Ilkrall for Naski. Naski will need to wait for the right opportunity before we can even send word to her without raising suspicion. The second problem is a pressing one. In 3 days, a convoy sails from Esafar, carrying 1,000 warriors. The ships will sail north towards Katafagaya? He does not need to say any more for you to grasp the implications. The city of Katafagaya lies on the coast of Borea. I can't do this. North of Esafar, some years ago, the Ilkrall's navy seized the city, and he now maintains a garrison there. Katafagaya stands on the borders of the primeval forest. Already, loggers and scouts from the city venture into the forest, troubling the tribes of the region. If the Ilkrall is sending thousands of warriors to Katafagaya, this could only mean one thing. He is bringing war to the forests. This must be the reason why Naski has been kept prisoner. The Ilkrall did not want her bringing the news to the forest. Take story card 9 from the unlock box and add it to your story deck. One does not simply walk into the gates of the Imperial Palace. Insert Lord of the Rings Boromir meme picture. You meet Darlos, a foreign agent working against the Emperor. He bids you to sabotage the convoy, leaving Esafar with an army bound for your homeland. The Cole's Notes version. I know this is not happy news for you. This is what it's like for all of us living under the shadow of Cartgal. But if we can work together, we can stop that convoy leaving the harbor and save your homeland. I have a plan. Please trust me. I cannot reveal it to you right now. If one of us is captured by the militia, it would be best if you knew nothing. Let me just say that it will be a tough path with a formidable foe at the end, so prepare well. There will be no time for rest once you set off. Setting us up for that rest scene. Make sure you're ready for the next journey. Until then, friends, let us meet again when it is time. There is much I still have to prepare for our plan to succeed. Until then, use these days as you see fit. Recover your strength, train, venture out to acquaint yourself with the city, or seek whatever allies and tools will help us oppose the Ilkrall. If you have not done so already, read the section on rest scenes in the rulebook, page 22, and then click Start Rest Scene. We'll do that together. It's just one page of some different things that we did read. I read them before. I told Mel not to read them at the beginning. I'm like, I don't even know how long until we actually deal with the rest scene, but it quickly just describes stuff. It's pretty obvious stuff. You can now visit the blacksmith and the training hall during rest scenes. Remove sticker 21 and 22 from the map key. So we'll do this first, and then we'll flip to the rulebook.
21 and 22.
Training hall. Those little swords over the top. That's cool. And then the blacksmith we saw there. That's cool. Is that all like right there?
Yeah. They're like right here. Right across.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, man. That's neat. Okay, so rest scenes. Time tokens. The amount of time heroes have to rest is represented by time tokens. You can spend time tokens to visit rest locations or undertake a side quest during the rest scene. At the start of every rest scene, the app tells you how many tokens to place into the hero's collective pool. Time tokens do not carry over to other rest scenes. Discard any unused tokens at the end of each rest scene. This is just like Sword and Sorcery. The second,
Like the town phase?
yeah, the like second wave of Sword and Sorcery, or the second campaign, whatever you want to call it. I forget what it's called. But yeah, where you had like only so much time to run to do certain things. Bless you.
Thank you.
Rest locations. Rest locations are friendly places and characters that heroes can visit to recuperate, train, buy items, and explore the world. Some rest locations are available from the start of the game, while others can be unlocked depending on your actions, choices, and story progression. Rest locations cost a variable amount of time tokens to visit, as indicated on their location cards. Some locations have a eyeball icon instead of a time icon in their top left-hand corner. These are shops that have a series of items for sale that you can browse before buying. You may visit such locations to check out what they have for sale without paying a time token, but will need to spend the number of time tokens indicated on the card before you can buy any amount of items they have for sale. Details about various rest locations can be found on their cards. When a rest scene is over, place the rest location cards into the party bag to be used for later rest scenes, unless the app instructs you to discard some of them. Side quests. Here we go. Certain cards represent side quests that your party can attempt during a rest scene. Some details about the quests are given by the cards, but any story or combat is handled by the app as usual. Side quests can be attempted before, after, or in between visiting rest locations. Each side quest will have a threat level from 1 to 4, indicating how dangerous it'll be for the heroes to attempt it. This is shown as a row of skulls on the bottom of the side quest card. I don't know if we'll have these now, but most side quests are removed after 2 or 3 rest scenes, so make sure to prioritize the ones you want to follow. That is so cool, like bounty boards that they'll like sit there for a while and and then they disappear. That's cool. Energy and armor recovery. All heroes recover all their exhausted energy tokens at the end of a rest scene. Okay, I was right, I remembered that. Black cubes on armor cards are also fully replenished at the end of a rest scene. I thought so. Okay, healing. When you visit a rest location that offers healing, you may spend any number of gold to recover 2 health for every 1 gold spent. And we already looked at this last episode. You can spend that 2 health among heroes freely, not necessarily in 2 per hero. We already read about the food. You can eat food. Some locations will also allow you to buy food. Food generally costs 1 gold per food token. Put it in the party bag so we can store it up for future. Amazing. And then food you can only eat outside of combat, right? So between scenes, not in the middle of like, oh, I'm on my preparation phase. Let me gobble gobble.
Yeah.
But it could help us like in those times between, like we're facing 3 combat scenes and we're in between them. We don't get to go to a rest scene and we need to really prepare for like a boss fight or something. Since you only heal 1 health, 1 energy automatically after each combat scene, and you only pay gold to heal during rest scene, it's important to stock up on food and or healing potions. Rest scene happens once every 2 or 3 combat scenes, so if you get beaten up badly in an early fight, you will have a hard time winning the remaining combat scenes without replenishing health through food or potions. So this kind of stuff, when I read this in the rulebook first time, I was like, oh damn, we're gonna have to really prioritize like sometimes just grabbing food or over the objectives and stuff. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we're going to start rest scene. Take the following items out of the box. Location cards 194, 196, and 197, which is Darylos's hideout, the blacksmith, the training hall. Oh, and side quests. 3 side quests are available.
94.
And we get 3 time tokens.
196 and 97. Okay.
Oh, this is so cool. I like this kind of stuff.
It's 207.
Where it's just like straightforward, not too crazy, just nice little in between. Not trying to put stickers on some kind of separated city board. And reading through 47 different crafting item cards, trying to figure out which one you want to craft. Anyways, the party recovers 2 health. So this is Darylos's hideout. Costs no time tokens. So this is the one that just lets you spend the gold to get 2 health. Heroes may also buy food for 1 gold each. Okay?
Okay.
The blacksmith. We can look before visiting. We can browse the wares, but you must spend a time token if you want to buy any number of available items at their shown cost by spending 1 time token. This is exactly the Sword and Sorcery one. It's like exact same thing. It is really neat.
It was just on like a map.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 to go here.
The training hall takes 2 time. Each hero may buy 1 level 1 skill from their deck at their shown costs. Oh, no. Okay. So we can do everything right now. They're kind of nice.
Yeah.
Where they left it like that. But
We
let's
have
see what the
3.
side quest cards are like. Oh. No, they didn't leave it so we can do everything.
Oh, it costs.
So the covered market side quests. Orjon and Orvar are merchant bugbear brothers from your homeland. They ply their wares in the famed covered market of the first wall. It would be good to meet fellow forest folk and share their thoughts on the city. This one's a 2 difficulty out of 4 side quest at the covered market. The Emperor's Speech side quest is also a 2 out of 4. The Ilkral, the immortal emperor, has chosen the chosen one of Maker. Everywhere you turn, you hear the man at the heart of the Cardical Empire. In the coming days, the Ilkral addresses his subjects at the triumphal arches. It might be a good idea to see the immortal emperor with your own eyes. Cult of the Arrowhead. Okay, this is a 1 out of 4. There are others who oppose the emperor's ways. Cult of the Arrowhead. Many have fled the city, but those who still linger may be able to offer help if you can find them. Did you say the hideout doesn't need a token?
Yeah, it was free.
Yeah, the hideout's free. Yeah, the hideout's 0. And then this eyeball is 0 to look at the wares, but if you want to buy any, you have to spend to do it. Oh, this is neat. Okay. Well,
So if you hit continue, does it give you more information? Like, will it tell us what cards for the blacksmith?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. After finishing the rest scene, place the location cards and side quests in the party box. I don't know. I'll click continue, but
Oh,
as you get ready to set out into the city, Darylis approaches you in your chambers. He hands you a purse heavy with coin and waves you away.
oh, this is we're not probably supposed to read that yet, are we?
I don't know. I think we're supposed to finish doing...
Okay, I wasn't sure, because how do we
yeah.
know what cards,
Uh,
or we just don't have any right now?
yeah, it didn't tell us, right? I don't know. Let's just do this. We'll click next anyway. Okay. He hands you a purse heavy with coin and waves you away when you ask questions. You are newly arrived in Esopher, he says, and you will not get very far with empty pockets. Consider this an investment. I expect great things from you. Take 2 gold worth of gems. Oops. You get 2 gold worth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess I can consolidate that, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true, because this is like a currency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, he's giving us spending money. Okay.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is probably based on how well we did or not did. This is the part where it probably would have gave us more money if we, fail forward on the last one, if we had lost more health, if we didn't pick up all the gold, which we didn't in the last one.
Right.
But I bet if we did get all that gold, it might have given us none of this, you know? Or if we got both treasure chests, stuff like that, right?
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Rest scene. Select the locations or side quest tabs from the respective tabs to spend the available time tokens. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you definitely need to heal, I think.
So I spend...
We could do one. Spend
yeah.
1 gold and you just heal 2 health. And maybe that's enough. I don't know.
Then I'm at 1. The other thing we could do, here's another thing we could do, is we could use that food. We could eat the food. Oh, we can't split the food.
No.
But we could split the gold.
Take food with us. Food is good between scenarios when you don't have a rest scene. If you want to spend a gold for that 1 extra health, I would rather do that. Or just buy a food. And if you don't recover that health in the end of the next one, you get hurt more, then just eat the food.
So we can buy...
So I would buy food too.
Just one?
But I wouldn't buy food until we're done looking at skills.
Okay, yeah.
But we're definitely going to buy some more food for sure.
So let's leave it like this for now. I just spent the 1 to hide. Because we can go here as many times. We can go to the hideout because it's 0.
remember, we know at the top of the screen, I remember it showed it before. We just finished the first two. We're now at the rest scene. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was another combat, a boss combat, then another rest scene.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't 3, right? It was just 2 more combats than a rest?
Yeah, but one was a boss.
So the next combat, I want to make sure we're good for the boss fight. So having like 2 or 3, 4 food or whatever might be good so we can gobble that up between those 2 scenarios so we go in the boss fight like fresh as we can be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not opposed to going here
we'll spend food after with what's left over kind of idea, but like keep in mind we still should buy some food.
Yeah.
But if we find some ability or skill that we're like, we got to do that and it just like doesn't work out, maybe that skill or ability can keep us healthy by killing guys or defending us. So that might make sense too.
But I'm not opposed to looking at what items are for sale here.
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to click the blacksmith. Right? I just click it?
I think so, because that would be the look.
Let me check this side quest one. Oh, they're just there. You just select them. Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
I guess, do you want me to take them out or do you want to read them like that?
Well, I know on screen it's super small. Like,
sure, I can get it.
I don't know why it shrinks it down. This is one feedback I'd have for this app is this is like one of the only apps that maybe it's a few apps have been like this, but I can't change the text size to be bigger and make things larger. But of course, if I had it on a tablet, I'd be holding it like right up to my face, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's blown up on a screen across the room, basically, but it's still huge.
If you're watching it on your phone and you can't see
it. If you're on your, that's why they say recommend on a tablet, because I bet if you look at this on a phone, you're not seeing anything, right?
That's okay, I got them out.
I could be wrong though, but yeah, I wish there was a way to be like, I need things zoomed in a bit more because of my eyeballs, and then like that would make it work on a phone better if you could make all the text bigger, and then these cards would all be like in a straight line. I see the pictures are all in a straight line. I think only the map configurations would be more annoying. But if they had left and right scrolling on those maps to set them up and pinch and zoom, that would work good. But I'm not using it on a touchscreen, so I don't know if pinch or zoom work. Maybe they do, but yeah. I guess I would know by holding Control. No. Yeah, there's just up and down. It's not, I don't think there's a zoom, but I could be wrong.
So these are the items that are available at the blacksmith. Balanced
javelin. You can choose whether you want to use the melee die or the range combat die. It's a a secondary weapon, right? No, it's primary. And then you could turn it into, okay, so it's very flexible. I like that. You could take the biter, which is, it actually takes up both slots. So it's like two-handed weapon, but if you get that 1 and 6 symbol, you could turn it into 2 damage. 6 cost armor, Raider's chainmail armor. So it comes with 2 armor on it. Place 1 of your available energy on this card. You cannot use that energy as long as this card is equipped.
Oh, it's like heavy.
That is a cool way to balance heavy armor.
I'm glad I don't like any of these. I like them, but no.
I feel like I want a weapon. You have a weapon already. I didn't get one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like we have to spend both.
I bet there was one in that other chest in the last scenario, but I didn't get it. So.
But this is good for you for sure because it's single hand.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a different variation of die if you want to look at what
I would
the
obviously
options
take
are on
the
that
blue
die.
one because range is my thing.
Do you want to look at what's on that die?
Well, I know it's just like the opposite of yours. It's like has like one of the crazy hits. There's no movement. That's the thing. Oh, there is. Does yours have movement? Like the melee one?
No.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so mine goes to the whole being agile thing. Okay, I like this die a lot actually.
You want that?
I don't know though. Do I want to spend 3 on that? This is the only thing we can spend money on besides our skills.
Yeah, our skills.
Our skills. I don't know.
Which we have what? 3, 4,
how much
5,
money do we
6,
have?
7, 8, 9. We have 10. We have 10 money. So if you bought that for 3, we're down to 7. I'd like to buy
I don't know.
a skill for 4.
I think we look at skills maybe. I don't know.
Like I would love to buy this for 4 just to give like if I
then do it.
just it gives me more hits.
Yeah, before we look at, like, we're just browsing items. I'm not buying one right now for sure. We might not even want to spend the time on it, right?
Sorry. We're just trying to think of
Yeah, let's look at everything
how
first.
do we want to spend our money. If I spend money, it's on that one.
So quickly, power draw, Spire. I don't think so. Quick shot, I still kind of like it. Rapid fire. I don't know. This scenario, I did have lots of those focuses on the half, the moves. I could have actually did this, but I think it's too expensive to invest in right now. Through the eye. Oh, I need stun first for that to be a thing. Headshot is I like.
+1 damage.
Yeah, I can turn one of those things into like a 2 damage attack. That's like making the dice more efficient. I seen this scenario got lots of these symbols.
Yeah. Can you change it to?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure that's a thing. No, not that I see.
Especially as we saw, just that progression from.
Oh, right here. Power draw. If I took that, that would work good with that, which those have been amazing together.
But we did just see the progression of the scenario getting not tougher, but the enemies had a little bit more health.
Armor.
Some had more armor, so I think we have to keep beefing up with that.
Quick draw, I like that too. To turn those, if I turn a miss into one of those symbols, I can then turn one of those focus symbols into an arrow. If I'm just trying to be more offensive. I don't know. I like this one too. It's kind of cool, but I like to get enemies off the board. But stunning enemies, we don't need to kill every enemy. Stunning them and just running by might be like literally the play. Like we could have stunned that stealth girl, for example, with this kind of ability. When we had the boss and the stealth one there, I go first, I stun the stealth girl, you go in, hit the boss, then we know the stealth girl's not going to activate. The boss ended up doing it, but like...
Yeah, would have saved some damage.
Yeah, like you can't stun a boss, but you can stun a minion, which is like everything except for the one boss. I don't know.
Now...
We also could do a side quest. Won't happen today. It would happen next episode. Which we could just leave it as like we're in the middle of this still. But I want to decide first and kind of maybe wrap this up and save. And again, we can leave side quests for the future, but some of them will disappear because they stick around for 2 to 3
rest phases.
But I feel like every rest phase, if they only give us like 3 time, I'm sure we'll earn more time or maybe less time. Then it's like it gets really tight, right? I like the way they're making us really choose here.
One thing about the side quest that I'm kind of thinking maybe to wait on for is because we know that we're going to have a quest or a fight, then a boss fight, then a rest. So I'd probably rather do a quest when we flip to the next act, because like now we're going to be doing a side quest, which could entail a fight we don't know. Then we would have 3 fights in a row before a rest, and one being a boss fight. So I don't know.
Yeah. I want quick draw. Minion likes quick draw. I think based on taking that focus earlier, I think quick draw is the play. Even though...
If you take quick draw and I take this blade, that's 8 total. We'll have 2 money left over, which we can use to buy food.
Or I would take headshot.
Which we can still do that. We would have 1 money left over and we buy food with it. And I've already used my money to heal. 3, 4, 5,
Do you not
6,
get a
7,
skill? You
8,
get a
9,
skill
10.
too?
Yeah.
So you buy skill, I buy skill. We don't buy anything from the blacksmith.
Yeah, we'll have 1 money left over to buy food for later. Then we have 2 food in reserve.
Then how much time does... not using... Only 1 time to go to the training hall?
Yeah.
And we still have 2 time left?
Yeah.
So we could do a side quest?
We could.
Or 2?
We could if it's easy. Like this one, the only one I would maybe do is that one. Like to start and see what it even looks like. Because it's a 1. Yeah. I'm just nervous with the boss fight coming. But maybe we get rewards. I don't know.
And we still get to recharge our energy and armor at the end. So we don't get that going into this. This is once per combat scene. So,
Training hall is 2-time, right?
oh, is it?
Oh,
yeah, it is. Where is it? Sorry, yeah, it's 2-time. My bad.
So we'd have, so we'd be spending 2.
So we'd have 1 time left over, so we could do the side quest, or if...
I mean,
I don't know if I take a weapon or a skill. Probably a skill. I do want a weapon, though. But I don't know if that's the weapon I should be trying to get. Like, should I be looking for some bow kind of thing? But those are only going to give me, like, ranged dice, too. They're all the same. Like, they only have ranged combat dice, right?
Yep.
Or it could give me different colored dice, like, you know, melee dice. Or I get more blue dice to choose from and not roll the green die. Or vice versa. I don't know what to do here.
Now, we assume the side quest is a fight, right? Do we think we get more rewards that we could use?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Chad says my vote is skill. You can loot weapons. Oh,
yeah, I did. That's why.
Okay, I like that. I like that logic.
Those chests.
I like that logic. Yeah, it doesn't matter who loots it because we can like trade it later. Oh yeah, you should equip this.
Oh, sweet, thank you.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, and then that's not ready yet.
Well, yeah, it is. We finished the combat scene, right?
Oh yeah, so I guess it's just not refreshed, the armor. If you're unsure, then we could do the side quest first. See what it even looks like, what we get from that.
Okay.
So we won't have these yet. We'll decide, see how side quest even looks.
Want to do that right now?
I'm fine to.
Okay.
Just, I don't know how long it'll be.
I don't either. We can try.
We can try. So we're going to spend 1 to go to the side quest, the easy one. The 1 skull. Just while we try our first one.
Call to the Arrowhead. Start side quests. Okay. Find 3 locations marked with an arrow and visit them. Oh, it's just a map one.
Oh, okay.
Cool. To take on the Acrawl in his own capital, we need all the help we can get. Derlos says, there are others in the city who oppose the Empire's ways. I have heard of a cult of Maker that is older than the Empire. Though their god is the same as Ilkral's, their beliefs are considered heretical by Cardigal's priests. Most have fled Esafar, but a few linger. Their secret mark is an arrow. Wherever you see it, by the side of a door, knock and you shall find help. You set out to find the cult of the Arrowhead. Place a map of Esafar in front of you and place your party token on location 16. Pay close attention to the directions in the story to find your destination.
So we're looking for...
Cult of the Arrowhead.
The secret mark is an arrow. Okay. We're looking... We're looking for an arrow.
Well, there's an arrow in the top of that building that we went by already.
Oh, yeah.
But we're trying to find 3. Find 3 locations marked with an arrow and visit them. Okay, let's continue. You're in the south side of Esafar in the Halik district. Temple is nearby. There's an entrance to the building where you first met Derlos.
We probably should find all 3 so that we know what
agreed.
direction.
So there's an arrow right here.
Okay.
By that ship. Okay, find the other one. They should all be close, I would assume, because I don't see them taking us like all the way across the map, but who knows? Where I've seen that. Oh, right here. There's a tree with an arrow in it.
Okay, so we probably should go like this then, right? Where was the other one? Yeah, so if we go here, then we come up, here, and up.
Sure. So where am I going? Tell me.
We are going west.
You're in the southwest far in the Halik district. Beside you, a grand tower marked with a sword banner stands. Okay, where do you want to go now?
Northwest.
Well, that would probably be west, because...
Well...
I don't know. Look at you have 4 ways to go from where you are. See? You go this way, this way, this way, or this way.
Oh, so...
That's confusing.
That's confusing because
Very confusing, I know.
north, west, and west are the same.
But
It's only one location.
remember here, north is actually this way.
Oh,
So you want to go
I wanna
either
go
northwest or west.
west. Let's go west.
So west.
Okay.
You stand in front of an old beached galley with a fat serpent painted on its unfurled sail. A tavern has been built right into it, and the sign above the door welcomes you to the bloated sea snake. You can hear the sound of singing and laughter. On the chimney, you spot an arrow stuck into the side. Remove sticker 12 from the map key. Move the party token to location 12 if you haven't already. Okay, so what do we find? The bloated sea snake tavern.
Okay. So
We
then
walk into the tavern.
Oh, do we have to go? Yeah, probably.
Well,
we have to visit them, right? Find. Visit them. Yeah.
You walk into the tavern and take a seat. You see the eyes suspiciously cast in your direction, but they all look away the second you meet them. The place is lively with conversation activity, but you can feel the locals huddled together and away from you. You try to find out more about the arrow stuck in the tavern chimney, but your inquiries are met with silence. Just as you're about to give up, a hooded goblin walks up to your table and leaves a note scrawled with a hasty message. Across the road, down the steps to the docks. The blue door will open for you. What? You leave the tavern and follow the directions. You have no trouble finding the blue door in an alley off a narrow street sloping down to the harbor. Continue. Inside, the goblin who slipped you the note stands next to an Olkani who barely fits in the room. The Olkani ignores your entrance and stokes a furnace of glowing embers. We are always happy to meet others who live in the shadows of the Empire, the goblin says, but we don't know you, and you can't swing a cat in Esifar without hitting one of the Elkral's spies. Before we can trust you, you'll need to submit to our challenge. The Olkani pulls the poker out of the embers at the end, glowing red hot, or at its end, glowing red hot, a brand in the shape of an arrow. In the fires of Maker we are forged, the goblin says. With this iron you shall be forged anew. If you can bear the brand without showing pain, we can trust you not to start calling out every name you know as soon as the false emperor's guards put you to the test. The Olkani pokes the brand in your direction. You get the distinct feeling she loves this part of her job. Each hero takes an easy resilience test. So finally, our first skill check. So there's 3 skill dice in the game. These 3 skill dice have a miss, 1 successes, and then 4 single successes, I should say, and then 1 success, but only if you have the skill that's needed. So because I am resilient, and I roll this, I succeed on all sides but 1. You roll and you succeed on all sides but 2.
Okay.
Because you're persuasion.
Yeah.
I'm resilience and perception. So I will roll first in this dice tray, then you will roll next.
Sure.
I succeed.
Yes.
And an easy, medium, hard just means 1, 2, or 3 dice. And to succeed, you have to succeed on all dice. If that makes sense.
Oh, we failed.
So if I rolled that, I would have passed. You rolled it, you failed. So some fail.
Sorry.
Each hero who failed suffers 1 damage.
Oh.
Well, good thing we're going to spend that gold to heal you, I guess. So that cuts into our profits. The Olkani looks at you with disdain as you howl in pain. Maker forged you out of weak stuff, she growls. Take this, you'll need it. Now get out of my sight. My patience wears thin. You are no longer welcome here. Gain 1 food.
Okay. We netted a food.
So we're going to have to spend the money to heal you, and then we get a food for the road.
But we were going to spend the money.
It evens out. Sure.
We're fair. We're good.
So it's all a big waste of time. Anyways. And we still have 2 more places to go.
Yeah, but maybe we'll succeed on those ones.
Okay. You stand in front of an old beached galley with a fat serpent painted on its unfurled sail. A tavern has been built right into it, and the sign above the door welcomes you to the bloated sea snake. You can hear the sounds of singing and laughter. On the chimney, you spot an arrow stuck into the side. Move the party to location 12 if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah,
That's just back to where we were, right?
Yeah.
We left to go in the door, and then we came back at it. So
now we want to go north.
Sure.
Then we're gonna go around.
Or we could go this way through that gate and then like this way. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what the directions allow us to do.
Okay, go north.
Yeah.
Stand on the eastern edge of the harbor beside a statue of the meditating orc.
Yeah, is that? I think.
Yep.
Okay, we're right there.
Cross goes southeast. Okay. So we probably just go east.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If we just shoot down back the way we went, and then we go here and then here, right?
Yep.
Because we know that way works.
Yep, so we'll go east.
I don't know, east.
I don't know how far it'll bring
You're in the southeast of Esafar, the Holic district. One side you see a square with a small temple in it, elevated by a few steps. On the other you hear rowdy roars of an arena. There's an arena.
So we're here?
I think so. Let me see.
Sorry. I just wasn't sure if we were here
See
or
a
here.
square with a small temple in it.
Oh, we're here.
Oh, okay. So
we
yeah,
gotta
you stop at each intersection, I think is what it's doing.
So then we're gonna go east again.
Yes. Okay, on one side, the monument to obelisk, the other side, blacksmith. Yep. Now we go northeast.
Northeast, is that an option? Yep.
Okay, we're outside the gate. Okay, now we go northwest.
Through the gate.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're just on the other side. I don't
Small
know.
temple, the maker. Yeah, we already heard this. The restaurant thing, arrow stuck in it. Enter the temple.
Yeah, so we're actually at the temple. Okay.
You enter the temple. Inside, a keeper dressed in robes greets you with a calm, soothing voice. Maker be with you, she says. I can see by your attire you are not the people of Cardigal, but Maker welcomes all. How may I be of assistance on this fine day? She extends her arm in greeting, and for just a moment you catch a glimpse of an arrow mark on her skin beneath the sleeve of her robe. Do you say you would like to make a donation?
No.
Or ask about the arrow on the roof?
Ask about the arrow on the roof. I don't want to give her any money.
The priest lowers her voice. Our Ilkral might want us to believe otherwise, but the Maker is worshipped in many ways and under many names. The Ilkral's cult doesn't have sole claim to him as much as they would like to think so. I belong to cult of Maker that is older than the Empire, and that worships the Father Creator in our own way. Do you say you'd like to make a donation, or tell her where you come from?
Tell her where you come from.
The priest speaks in a hushed whisper. I see. Then we have something in common. Perhaps you will find it in your heart to help the fellow enemy of the Empire. The situation has become more dangerous for us. The Ilkral's priests and the city guards are more vigilant than ever. I am purchasing safe passage out of Esafar for the members of our cult. If you helped us, I am certain Maker would watch over you with kindness.
This is one of those reputation things that, like, I'm right now saying I don't want.
Ask if Maker only helps if you give a donation.
Yeah.
He listens, always listens. He listened also now. Say that Maker seems suspicious.
Yeah.
Or say you'd like to make a donation.
What do you think? I'm making all the decisions here. What do you think? Do you think we make a donation?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to give her money away.
I would like to give money. I don't know.
Okay. If you want to give money, I'm with you, but it might mean that we can't buy all the skills that we want. But maybe it's...
But something will watch over us?
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's make a donation then. Let's see what she says.
No, I'll do what you want.
No. Let's make a donation.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And I'll let you buy your skill because I don't necessarily need, if we don't have enough money. Go ahead. Make a donation.
Maker is very happy to hear that, she smiles, and so am I. This will help my congregation safe and sound. Keep my congregation safe and sound. You have done a good deed, and I am certain Maker shall reward you handsomely. She holds out a small bag of cloth. You have no gold, donate nothing. Donate 1 gold, discard gold, 2 or 3.
How much should we donate here?
I don't know. You know, we already wanted to buy stuff. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. They gave us an extra food. I'm just going to think for a minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I can use the food to heal. So we have 10. No, I can only use the food to heal.
No, you save the food from when we're out on the road. You do not eat it now while we're at a rest place. You spend 1 gold to heal 2 health. Done.
Yeah, so 4, 8, 9. Technically, we had 1 left over, but I think 1 is not enough. We could give 3.
Oh my God.
If we gave 3, we're only buying 1 skill. That would be 7. I could heal and we can buy 2 food. Or you could buy the more expensive one and buy 1 food. Let's give 3.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know. Sure.
Maybe
Whatever
we'll
you
get
say.
something good. I don't know.
I don't know. We might be getting scammed here.
We might be. It is a cult.
Discard 3 gold.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Maker listen. Maker saw. Maker will reward. She escorts you out and closes the door behind you. You proceed to find another location marked with an arrow.
I mean...
That will benefit us later down the road, but man, that could have screwed us big time.
Okay, hopefully. Okay, sorry. Where was the other one?
That might have screwed us. You stand in a square in the
straight up
southeast
there,
of Esfar between the first and second wall, a small temple. Yeah.
So we're going up to here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we want to go northeast. You should be somewhere like...
You have been wandering the city for a while and it's getting late. Keep looking or give up. Oh, wow.
What?
Keep looking.
Yeah.
Okay, we're beside university.
Oh, so we're at 8, right? Because this was university?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now... Sorry. We just want to go north.
Yes.
We should be there.
No. Yes, north, yes. Wait, now we're in the courtyard?
Oh, maybe now we have to go north. Where was the university?
This is university. Oh, we were south of the university, beside a small temple with a star right here.
Oh, so now we're at the university.
Now we're at the university.
Now we want to go north one more time, and then we should be there.
Yep.
Am I wrong? Oh, maybe it should have been northwest.
No, northeast.
Or northeast.
Oh, no. Okay, so now we're here. Now we want to go
South.
east.
Or south.
Right?
Southeast.
Yeah, this is so confusing. Because it's like not the exact direction.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's like this. It's like
we got screwed, man.
We just need to go southeast, I think.
Yeah, but we might have got screwed. We took too long.
There we go.
Oh my god. Okay, investigate the arrow. You approach the oak tree, intent on inspecting the arrow. You realize you're not alone. A kobold sits in its branches, carefully picking acorns. He wears the marks of Maker. Greetings, friends, he says. I know this is a rudimentary map. It's not supposed to be exact, but it's like...
I always forget that it's like shifted. Like,
yeah,
it's not north like this. It's north like this.
Yeah, so like... yeah, okay. A kobold sits in his branches, carefully picking acorns, wears Mark the Maker. Greetings, friends, he says. Give me a moment, and I'll be glad to share a word. True to his words, he descends in a moment with a basket full of acorns. He looks up and down with delight. You are forest folk, he says, all the way from the primeval forest. I don't know why I say fortress every time. I'm sure you must be busy, but I'd love to sit and talk about trees all day. You might have noticed, but the trees are kind of my thing. You've caught me harvesting acorns. I use them to make an invigorating brew to give to those who worship Maker in my own way. Perhaps you find it strange that a devotee of Maker is tending to a tree. Maker is usually associated with forges and industry, hammer and iron. Certainly, that's how the Ilkral sees his god. But we see a Maker in every care and labor of diligent hands, even the unseen hands of nature. What about you, forest folk? Do you also see the sacred in growing things? Do you tell him about the beliefs of the forest, or convince him you're a friend?
I mean, convince them we're a friend, right? We donated to the Maker. We're on their side, I think.
Choose a player to take a medium persuasion test.
Oh,
you have persuasion, so medium is 2 dice.
Success.
Okay. You gain a trait point. You tell him that although you are not devotees of Maker, you disagree with the Ilkral's narrow perspective on the deity, and you wish him blessing in spreading the word of Maker as he understands it. Thank you, he says. It is good to hear that. It is becoming more difficult to dissent from the Ilkral's priests of Esafar. Wait here, he says. I have a gift for you. He climbs up the tree and comes back down with a small vial. I make this from the acorns. It's not much, but I hope you will find it useful. Take card 177, Vitality Potion, which is what I already have.
Okay.
But you get another one from the lockbox. Continue. On your way back to the hideout, a hooded figure steps in front of you and hands you a neatly wrapped package. The package is barely in your hands before the mysterious figure disappears into the shadows. On the package, an ornate card states, Maker delivers. You tear the package open, take card 162, Potion of Divine Spirit from the unlock box. Potion of Divine Spirit. At any time, discard one of your corruption cards at random.
Oh,
Then return this card.
that's
Ooh,
good.
hello.
That's good. Do we think I'm going to get a corruption? Possibly.
Well, we can trade them outside of
That's true,
combat,
that's
so it
true.
doesn't matter. You return to your hideout, having made acquaintance with others who, like you, live in Esfar's shadows and oppose the Ilkral's authority. It's a relief to know you are not completely alone in this strange land. Move the party token occasion 16.
Oh, we're
So back to where we started.
Okay.
Discard card number 218, Call to the Arrowhead. One of our little missions we did.
Discard it. Is there a discard in
So,
here?
yes, in the very back, there should be a divider for
Oh,
graveyard. You can put it in front, I think, is how I put them in there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
yeah. So in the back, we have, every time you discard something, it goes to the graveyard. If it tells you return something, you put it back in the section it goes by number or whatever. And it could be found again later. Return to rest scene. Okay, so if I go to side quests, one's missing. Cool. All right, so we're down to 2 time left.
Yeah. So I think we go to buy your skills. 3,
Which costs 2
4,
at the training hall.
6, 7. Yeah.
And how much is it? I'm doing...
Well, we have 7, so it's up to you. If you're doing
How
the
much
5,
was your skill?
mine was 4.
Oh.
But it's fine. I'd rather you buy yours. We'll buy food with the remaining, and I'll buy my skill next time. I already have ways to work this. I have the ability to
Well, which one should I take? That is the question. I think it's out of those 2. Just to get more damage going, maybe. Or I could take a cheaper one.
I don't know that that's...
Like I could go to this one where, but again, it's like I rolled like 1 sword the whole scenario, but last scenario I rolled so many, so it's like, I don't know. But like one of these could lead to a little more damage happening, I think.
I think you take one of those. We'll buy food with the rest, and then I'll upgrade next if possible.
Delos gave you 2 gold at the beginning? Yeah, and we put that in our pool.
Yeah, we did. We had 10, and then we donated 3, which may have been silly. Maybe we should have donated 2. I don't know. We're hoping it comes back later.
Hey, Sean. Sean says, hi, Rob and Mel. This is my wife and my current favorite game.
Amazing.
Hey, we're loving it so far,
Yeah,
too. It's
that's
actually
awesome.
good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Completely your decision, but I don't think...
Or the chat's decision.
Yeah, there was a comment saying we could still buy a 3 and a 4, and I don't know that that's necessarily... I don't know if that's...
So here's where I would discuss. So we have 1 more combat, and then a boss fight, then a rest scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 food for on the road.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I need to spend a gold to heal, potentially.
But if we don't heal you, and we're careful in the next combat, which we're probably not going to be, you would heal 1 at the end of the next combat.
Yep.
And then eating a food would get rid of the other. But it's like the rule book does state how, like, again, like there's... I read it again today and was like, yeah.
Like, be careful with your health, right?
Yeah. Right here. Let me refresh why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. Important, conserving health. Note that throughout the game, your health and energy do not reset. Thus, it is important to minimize the damage suffered and energy you use. While your health does not reset, energy can be recovered for free in rest scenes. Health costs 1 gold per 2 health to heal and will therefore use up valuable gold that could otherwise go towards improving your hero's skills and items, which are crucial to facing increasingly harder combat scenes. So there it's telling you like, man, if you want to heal, you're going to lose out on skills. That's going to make, you're not going to be leveling with the game. So like, you do get that free heal. We could find some more food and potions in other scenarios that heal, but we didn't get a healing potion yet. So there obviously is one in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was in the other chest. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll find some. We'll open a shop in the future, I'm sure, where we can buy potions.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Is it worth buying 2 mediocre skills or healing 1, buying some food, and buying 1 good skill? right?
But more skills means like we're doing more stuff on our turns. Like we're reducing the dice luck, you know? We're like taking it into our own control and being more flexible. But there was another thing.
Yeah, the energy will reset for Rob at the end of the rest, and so will our armor.
Yeah,
But that's at the end.
Yeah. So if we were doing side quests and the side quest led to a combat scenario, like you could spend energy in that knowing you'll get it back for sure at the end, but the health, you just probably get one back at the end of it or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. There was something I read about like skills. Maybe it's here. Skills greatly influence how your hero acts in combat scenes. They allow you to manipulate combat die results to allow more flexibility in your actions, unlock unique abilities, and create combos of skills that expand how effective you can be in combat. Each hero has a unique deck of skills. No. There was... Oh, there's no limit to the number of skills you can have. However, you can only up to 6 can be active.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And you may change them anytime outside of combat. But there was one that was like mentioned how like skills are important, like you need to get them to level up, like, you know, I forget where that was. It was in there somewhere. But the same, like the health warning was like a skill warning. I remember that was like, it was in the back about campaigns. But yeah, anyways.
So then we could put the options.
So like I could take a 3. We have 7?
7, yeah. But if you take a 3 and I take a 4, then we have 0 left. We're going...
I know.
Which is also fine.
Do you have a 3 that's like... No, your 3's stunk, right? Other than that one, you're like, and don't care?
Well, it's just changing a die to this. Like, that's my only other 3. But again, it doesn't do anything.
But it does. It changes so this fires off more.
I mean, it could,
but it is
yeah.
kind of, I know, weird, but...
I could take that.
Because then it just
before that, so then it's like I just have...
Yeah, but that's awesome too.
Yeah. But again, I could take this and then not roll any of these symbols. So.
But that's why if you take something first
yeah,
that makes those symbols more often, and then go into something like that later,
yeah.
then you have flexibility of like choosing this, like you create that, and then you... Right now that would work with this even, to make that happen more often.
Yeah, I could take that.
But I don't know.
And then you take your 4. The 4 cost card that you want.
That would be quick draw.
Yeah. And then I take that.
Yeah.
That's our 7. We still have 2 food.
And then you save
and
the
then
health.
I just have to be super careful in the next fight. Or, no, I think it's silly to eat a food for 1 health.
No, not right. You don't eat the food now. Eat it after the next scenario.
I know.
Oh, this is tough.
I'm fine to take this one.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
It. Yep.
We'll spend all 7.
We should have just donated 2 at that thing.
I know. We probably should have. I thought that maybe something good was going to happen. So, my bad.
Well, no, the way it said, like, I thought it would
like
be
they'll
something...
come back later?
Yeah, because it's app, right? That's the beauty of an app game. It's like, it saves things for the future and you have no clue. I know sometimes in the book games they do that, like, take this keyword, check this keyword off, check this keyword off. Then later you're reading, it's like, do you have this keyword? Do you have that keyword? This happens. But I like the way you have no idea. So there's like no, you know, when could it affect us? It could be like in video games, like cool video games are like the decision you make in the very first level comes to affect you later. One of the famous ones that I remember from Super Nintendo game, or I guess Sega Genesis, the inferior version on Sega Genesis, Earthworm Jim. There is like in the first level, there is a funny like cow thing or something that you just go up to, and if you like whip this catapult thing, it shoots this cow up in the sky. And you're like, what happened? Nothing happened. That is so weird. Like it just shot a cow and you're like, this game is nuts. And it is a silly game. Lots of wacky, crazy stuff in this game. Earthworm Jim's hilarious. And later, that cow, if you did that, Later, you're fighting like a boss, and this cow literally will come out of the sky and just land on him, kill him, and it's done.
Okay, so
It's just like hours later, you're just playing, and the cow just and like kills him. And I was like, this is amazing. But this also happens, I think, in like Metroid. There's like a Metroid that does that too, where something you do early will come and affect it later and change. Like I like stuff like that, where literally like the very beginning, some meaningless choice later will be like, oh man, this guy showed up and helped you in the combat. Like, I love when stuff like that happens. That's so cool.
Okay, so I'm putting a call out to the chat. Let's remember this moment right here when something really, really good happens because we donated 3 gold later.
But it could have been as simple as we donated to the first lady. It doesn't make sense, but donated to the first lady, and then that other guy gave us the potions.
Yeah, because we did get 4 costs worth of potions.
But I don't think so. Like, I know
think so
time
either.
passed, but like, how, like, it's not like they pick up a phone and called over and like, hey, they donated. Hook them up when they get there, you know?
And that was also based on skill rolls. So I don't necessarily think that was connected, but we'll see. Something will happen later, and we'll remember this moment right here and say, thank you, Mal, for donating 3 gold instead of 2.
Hey, that was my money too.
It was yours. I didn't even want to do it to begin with.
I know. And then when you saw the thing, you're like, yeah, give it all. I'm like, wait, what? Doesn't make sense. Dan says, I can't think of a better home for mediocre skills than Rob's character. Screw you, Dan. Screw you.
Okay, I think that ends, though, our thing. So these are all going into our box.
All right.
And then these get put back because we're not taking.
I don't know.
I guess we'll keep that here because I didn't say to discard it, right?
I don't know what it said.
But these, I'll put back these because we're not buying these cards.
Wow.
And then I think that ends our rest. So then we'll be able to like refill your energy and all that stuff.
So we spent all our time tokens. So we went to the training hall. I'm going to click it.
Oh yeah, in case it says something.
Use time tokens to visit. Yeah, so it keeps track of your train tokens in the app, which is nice. And then we end the rest scene.
Yeah.
Then I'll put the rest of my cards in my little box here. Ones I don't own. You feel rested. Oh, nice. It reminds us. All heroes recover all their energy. Sure. And replenish armor cubes on armor you're wearing.
Oh, wait, did I take it? Oh.
I got it. Yep, so now the rest scene at the top is now filled in brown. So now we know there's one more combat, some kind of boss fight looking serious thing, and another rest scene. So I think we can save right here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. No, just kidding. Exit to main menu. Done. Cool. So there it is. So I think we actually played 2 sessions in one there. That's why I went kind of longer, because each scene is like recommended your like 1-ish hour of playing. Mm-hmm. And we did a combat scene followed by a rest scene.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
And there was lots of story there, and the little side quest. I think they make the if we didn't do a side quest, that rest scene would have been super short. Yeah. But you still take time looking through items and deciding things. But like, if we didn't have a lot of money, it would have been super straightforward. Like, we'd have had way less options, way less to choose from. Mm-hmm. But I like how they leave the side quests there and like kind of nudge you, like, you know, go away if you really want to do them. But I like how you can't do them all. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll add new ones next time. Ones will go away, which is really cool. How do you find the difficulty with only 2 characters? Again, difficulty's fine. It depends what you're trying to do. We're okay, we think, but we don't know. Like, we've handled the last scenario fine, but it depends what your goals are, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, last scenario could have been really hard if we were trying to do everything. We just know we want to do the main objectives and we want to get some loot. Yeah. But if you're like, I want to go for both chests and try to get all the gold, we might not have done our objectives. That could have been fine.
Yeah, like, had we separated, that would have been very different.
Well, I was thinking like one of us separate, try to get the other chests, then the other one work their way forward slowly, and then the other person try to catch up. Mm-hmm. I was going to suggest that, and then we just ignore all the money except for in the last spot, maybe. And worst case, we don't get the last spot fully cleared. Then we just go out and lose a damage. Yeah. But like, we would get 2 chests worth of loot. Maybe that would be great going forward. I don't know.
But I was nervous because me not being KO'd, carrying her was part of the objective.
I know. But as long as you had enough health to go through all the enemies, but you might have been really rough. And then with all that, like we didn't loot extra gold, you'd lose so much gold to recover health. So that goes against the conserving health warning, right?
Yeah. And I started that scenario at 6 health or at 5 health instead of 6.
So Sean, I don't know if you know, but they updated the app on Friday. I got an email. At the beginning of the stream, I went through it for a while, but I'll cut it short. I got an email from the designer. They updated the app on Friday. I didn't have the app updated for Saturday. So we were playing with an old version of the app, as in 2-day old version. There was a brand new version pushed out on Friday that supposedly fixes it for 2-player and solo, adjusts the campaign. It'll keep your save game the same, but when you're setting up for a solo or a 2-player campaign, it gives you extra stuff at the beginning. And it adjusts stuff behind the scenes going forward that we don't know, but we were told to retcon, since we only played a little bit. The designer gave us the steps we needed to do, but I did click through. I started a new fake campaign just to see those steps. So now if you start a new campaign and you select 2 players, it will give you each a 3-cost level 1 skill. You can take one for free, add it to your character. And also, you get to pick from 3 different items it presents you. And you get to take all 3 and give them to whoever you want. And that is at the beginning of the game now. So they heard feedback from the community. They fully updated the app for 1 and 2 players, some behind the scenes stuff. They gave you more items at the beginning, which you can go back into the beginning of the stream and see that later, what we did there. And there's an easy mode now that you can click in the settings to turn on easy mode, which will give you more recovery of health and energy at the end of every combat. And you can turn it off and on in the settings. So you can try it out for a scenario, turn it off when you're done. That's there. And there was other stuff they did too. I forget it all now. But anyways, yeah. So if you go update your app, it will not affect your save file, but it does change the campaign going forward. So if you're in the middle of a campaign right now, 2-player, there might be some adjustments that help you out, but I would recommend getting those items if you're still pretty early in the campaign. Take those items that are recommended. You can literally just start a new campaign and click a couple pages and it'll present you with here, take these items. But yeah, maybe if you found it's been really hard, they've adjusted it to fix that. But
and depending on where you are in the campaign, it might be too late to really matter, but
we'll start over. I mean, what else do we have to do? Board Game Thug Life.
How far were you though?
Sean,
wait, how far were you?
Yeah, Sean, how far are you in? How many are you still in Act 1? At least? Like we were only 1 combat scene done, technically, after the tutorial.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Friday, go update your app. They pushed out a new version on Friday. Midway Act 1. So roughly where we are. So
you probably don't need to. You could probably just take the items.
I wouldn't restart. I would just take.
Even watch the beginning of ours and see what you think. Yeah.
Here. This right here. Let's see. No, here you go. So if I do new campaign, I can do it super quick. I can show you. So later, I won't click all the way till it tells you to take a 3 gold skill each for free out of your 1 cost. I was just told that in the email, but I didn't click forward enough to see it for sure. But let's say we do the Chronicles of Kaan, no expansion. We pick 2 characters, start campaign, continue. So right here, this is what you would see. So you can do this in your app just to see the card numbers when you're actually at your game. But it tells you to take 143, 144, and 169, and even recommends 2 of those should stay together and you give to 1 player and 1 you give to the other player. So you and your wife can decide who takes what based on what your characters are doing. And now, even though you've already got some stuff, you can maybe decide, you'll have some more information on who gets what. Mm-hmm. And then also, if we kept going, I'm assuming we'll get to a spot where it tells us to select, a 3-cost skill. But yeah. So based on feedback, I guess some people playing at 1 and 2 player were saying probably it was really too difficult and maybe wasn't balanced correctly. So they've adjusted the campaign for that. So there's other behind the scenes stuff that's happened also, but that was the one retcon thing we could do. My wife hates it when I restart campaigns with the heat of 1,000 suns. Yeah. Don't restart.
Yeah, no.
Just go back, grab those items, because that could just give you guys a little bump and help you out. But then also right here in the settings, there's now easy mode. Maybe turn that on. It's recommended for those who are struggling, like if you're playing with a partner, a kid, a new gamer to the hobby that's like doesn't, really good at making choices, but you don't want to alpha game them. Put it on easy mode to let them make some mistakes, and then the game will give you a little more health and energy back at the end. So try that, Sean. Just click that on and then take those items and take a free 3-cost skill each, and then keep going. Just keep playing like we did. Mm-hmm. But you can go to the beginning of the stream and watch it later, and I read the email out, the exact things that got changed in the app and stuff. But yeah, no problem.
Enjoy. Have fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't restart, though. Don't restart.
You've bonded with your characters.
Unless you think you're like in such a bad spot, like you've been failing all over the place, you had no money. But again, the game knows the health you've been ending at, it knows what loot you've been picking up in each scenario, and it balances it out. It should be giving you some extra money if you're doing bad when you get to rest phases and stuff like that, I assume, to help you out. There is some like, a little bump when you're doing well, and maybe not as much of a bump when you're a bump when you're doing poor, and not as high of a bump when you're doing well. It's kind of that like balancing stuff. And we've seen that in other games. One that comes to mind is the Pandemic Legacy, where like if you start winning a bunch of months in a row, it'll start being harder until you lose, and then it kind of gives you some handouts and helps you out. But yeah. Nothing cheating can't fix. Exactly. Rewind. But yeah, there you go. That's episode 2. Thanks for watching. We'll probably play the next episode this weekend. Stay tuned for that. The best way to not miss the next episode, subscribe, turn on notifications, or check the playlist down below if you're watching this many months, years, whatever from now. The next episode you'll find down below in the video description. Just expand it, and there's a playlist link in there where you'll find all the episodes from this series. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for voting. Thanks for the support. Thanks for clicking the like button, all 32 of you. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.